tonight's the night, and it's going to happen again and again. Welcome to another JDev stream where I'm going to be talking about Dexter. You'd think you'd all get tired of me talking about Dexter. I try not to talk about it too much. Like I could do nightly streams talking about Dexter, but then I'll be essentially just rehashing the same information. So in this particular stream, going to go over things about Dexter Original Sin being canceled, things that happened in Dexter Resurrection episode 8, and then other random stuff. I don't want to go into predictions because I plan on doing a video for that on Saturday. So next Saturday will be my official predictions video. Now, theoretically, maybe I could do it on Wednesday and then have it for 2 episodes, but I feel like things are going to change again because things have changed a lot in Dexter Resurrection where I don't know for sure what would actually happen. So that's why I'm waiting until the 1 episode left to do a season finale predictions video. So hopefully you all stay tuned to that. And of course, on the week of the finale, you get the predictions video for the finale. You'll get the finale review. I'll do my seasons ranked of Dexter. I'll do my top characters of Dexter, which right now I'm thinking about a top 50 list, which last time I did a top 35 villains / antagonists list. And maybe even, I think I'm actually going to do my top 10 favorite Dexter episodes, which I haven't done that one in a while. I intended to do it, but never got around to it. So hopefully I get around to doing that as well. And then maybe I'll rank the females on Dexter. I mean, with that video, you'll kind of know who's in the top spot, but it's how I get there. I'm not sure exactly how I'll do that video, but just the ladies of Dexter. But does that include every lady like Evelyn Vogel, or does that just include like, Hannah, Rita, LaGuerta, Lumen, Sophia? So anyway, hope you all enjoyed this stream and make sure you hit that like button. It does help out with the algorithm. It pushes the video out to more people. So hit the like button. And I get annoyed when people that stream keep continuously saying hit the like button, but I'm saying it now. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I want to really grow the channel. I have a goal to get 100,000 subscribers. I know that's a really lofty goal, but I don't want to work my full-time job anymore. I know it's going to be a while before I get there, but I would rather do this full-time and do more stuff, more stuff like this on YouTube. So that's kind of what I'm here for tonight, to discuss Dexter original, or not originals, well, some of Original Sin, and then, of course, the most recent episode of Dexter Resurrection, and then some other stuff. I'll catch up on the chat, see who's in here right now. We have the legendary Crazy Coffee Man. Red, I didn't know you have a son. Sonia. Wasn't it Sophia? Now I'm going to have to go to IMDb to check that out. And I have some more stuff to talk about before I get into like all my theories of like what happened in the most recent episode of Dexter Resurrection. Bear with me here. I'm looking at something on IMDb. Where is it? Yeah, it's Sophia. Unless you're talking about the nanny, nanny that was in season 5 that just kind of disappeared, which that might be what you're referring to. Wasn't that? I know the one in Dexter Original Sin was Sophia, was Sonia in episode or season 5. And then we got Chris is in the chat. Hey man, Chris, good to see you as always. Sonia, yep, that's what I was talking about. So, just to give you guys some insight of what I've done today and kind of where I am with the channel. So today I watched an episode of Supernatural, and I also watched an episode of The 100, or actually technically it's called The 100, which you haven't seen those 100 episodes yet. They're coming. It'll be a while before you all see them, but I've already watched 6 episodes of that. And then I just finished watching season 1, episode 19 of Supernatural. Probably one of the better episodes I've watched thus far. I believe it's called Providence. Pretty good. I just got done watching that like literally a half an hour ago. So I'll record my review for it probably tomorrow. And that will come out obviously in October at this point. But just so you guys know where I am with the channel and what I do on a regular basis. I always try to do something every day to keep myself busy. So what are your thoughts on episode 9 and 10? Well, I haven't seen episode 9 and 10 yet, so I don't have thoughts. I mean, I could give predictions, but with Resurrection, they keep changing things. Like one episode, something happens, and then they twist it a little bit in the next episode where it's completely opposite of what happens. So I'm going to give a predictions video. It'll be up next Saturday for my finale predictions, which is the season finale of Dexter Resurrection. I don't know if you caught that part, Chris. And then also I want to talk about like YouTube in general, specifically clickbait. There are channels that consistently do clickbait with this whole he knows or it's her, this New York Ripper theory where like this like random YouTubers will make this person is the New York Ripper, even though they basically have nothing to do with the series. Like I saw a theory video today. I didn't watch the video. I just saw the thumbnail that Sophia from Dexter Original Sin is the New York Ripper. And I just rolled my eyes. Like there's only certain people it could be. And I don't think she'd be one of them. Although we don't know what happens to her character because there's, no more of that show, which I guess that'll be the next thing I talk about. But I mean, some people just keep doing clickbait to get views and stuff, which I guess that's good. They're getting the views, they're getting the subscribers, but like, it's just not accurate information. It's just a bunch of theory videos that aren't going to go anywhere. I mean, there's a theory video that, Sarah Michelle Gellar's character, Tanya Martin, is the New York Ripper. And this character from season 1 of Dexter that just kind of disappeared. He was like one of the detectives early on in the season that was like that. He kind of just disappeared. I don't remember his name. And he's the New York Ripper, or Quinn's the New York Ripper, or a baby from season 6 that was at the church is the New York Ripper. I mean, come on. Personally, I don't think we've seen the New York Ripper yet, but that could be potentially not correct. So I don't know. Did you hear that Detective Batista might die in episode 9? I saw it on a YouTube video. Batista's not dying. He's not going to die. I would be, I guess it's not completely out of the question, but I would be a little shocked if they actually killed Angel Batista off in Dexter, just because that would piss the fan base off. I mean, regardless of who kills him, whether it's Dexter, Harrison, Charlie, Leon Prater, or some other random person, it would piss the fan base off. So I want to talk about the unfortunate news that, unfortunately, Dexter Original Sin has been canceled. Now, people are furious about that, and there's a bunch of people that I've seen that are canceling their Paramount. Well, they haven't actually seen them do it. They've been talking about canceling their Paramount Plus because Dexter Original Sin was canceled. There are a lot of factors why Dexter Original Sin was canceled. I think not everybody, but some focal points of that show are getting a lot of work, such as Sarah Michelle Gellar. She's going to do Buffy again. You have Patty Gibson or Patrick Gibson, who I think may be Bond or in the running for Bond. Like, he's young and he's not been he's going to be like a wanted person in Hollywood. So you have to kind of make a show based around all these other people's schedules, where the people in Resurrection aren't necessarily that busy right now. So they're more, available. And of course, the budget for Resurrection is high. So I think there are a lot of factors, and people that are saying, I'm not going to watch any more Dexter because you're getting rid of Original Sin. I mean, honestly, truthfully, and people will be mad at me for this, I never really liked the idea of Dexter Original Sin because there's only so much you can do with it. However, when I watched it and watched the whole season, I must admit I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, but I don't think it will be as memorable. And now I won't really care about it because it didn't really amount to anything. I think they didn't have the right characters on Original Sin. I think they should have maybe sped things up, like every 3 episodes, take a time jump or something like that, just so you could have other characters in. And the show should have started with the Captain Matthews, or at least a detective or lieutenant or sergeant Matthews, where Matthews wasn't in the show, and him and Harry have been friends for all these years. Just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I thought the writers were smarter. And maybe they are. Maybe just kind of went, well, we're going to do this anyway, even though it doesn't 100% make sense. And not using Evelyn Vogel in the show, it just messes up the whole continuity of the world of Dexter. And it kind of pissed me off. But in the end, it was predictable, but it was also entertaining. I might try to watch Original Sin again in the next couple of weeks because I'm not sure where my placement will be on that is now. Because when I did my last ranking video, I had probably some recency bias, and I need to see where my opinion is now versus when, right after Original Sin came out. What would have been your predictions for Dexter in the original season 2? Are you talking about after the finale? So after James Stokes is dead and Dexter kills Lila? Well, I guess I didn't watch the show when it aired. I watched the show in 2014 for the first time, and I've watched it many times since then. So I don't know for sure if this would have been my predictions, but I would have thought him and Rita would get married and eventually have a kid. And I would have thought that eventually Rita would find out what he is specifically. I guess those would be my predictions. Although I wasn't the biggest fan of Rita, I've already mentioned that to people. I thought Rita she got better. I will admit she got a little bit better towards the end, but all she did, at first she didn't really want much to do with Dexter. Like, I understand from her experiences in life, but like she was kind of naggy and Dexter, and just, I don't know. Rita was, in my opinion, not likable. I know T. Parker Evans is in the chat now, and he's probably hitting the cancel button 1,000 times, but it's just my opinion. So that's my quick predictions. If I was in charge of the show, I would have never killed James Stokes. Not at that point, at least. All right. R.I.P. La Pasión, October 1st, 2020, or October 1st, 2006 to September 5th, 2025. I don't think Batista's going to die. Although there's a lot of things that happen in shows, like in Dexter Original Sin. At the halfway point, everybody was saying Aaron Spencer was the child abductor, killer, whatever it was. I don't remember if there was a specific name for it now. And when he made the speech outside the station, that was when I first thought, okay, he's got to be it. That was so like overly done. But it makes me wonder if Blessing really is the New York Ripper, because everybody's saying that Blessing is the New York Ripper, or they're saying that Jonah Mitchell is the New York Ripper, or they're saying that Lumen is the New York Ripper, or that Dokes is actually still alive in the New York Ripper. I mean, God, the New York Ripper stuff is driving me nuts right now. Got Rusty Reels in the chat. What's up, J-Dev? How's it going, guys? Yeah, I'm doing good. Chris, why am I saying Chris? Rusty Reels is the reason why I'm doing the stream tonight. If people ask me to stream, that usually gives me some motivation to stream. Otherwise, I always said that I'm not a fan of streaming. And if anybody wants to join me on the stream, I can always send an invite. I didn't want to bug T. Parker Evans. I know last minute streams, although I pretty much knew that I was going to stream at some point today. And I made this stream a little bit earlier than the last time. Yeah, if anybody wants to join and talk Dexter with me, it's easier for me to get through a stream if I'm not the only one talking. Canceled for slandering Rita. Yeah, I know. I've never liked Rita, and it's not because I absolutely love Hannah. I've never liked Rita from the first moment she was on the show, the first time I watched it. I've never really liked Rita all that much. She's okay at times, but I find her annoying, and she's kind of a nag. But, that's my opinion. If we all had the same opinion, the world would be a very boring place. And yeah. So where do I want to start here? So I guess I'll start with something that T. Parker had mentioned to me. What exactly is Gigi Jones's role on Dexter Resurrection? Gigi just kind of came out of nowhere, and it already is having a relationship with Harrison where they're having sex in like in two episodes. They're about to get married at this point. And it makes me wonder if she has a bigger purpose on the show. Is Gigi the New York Ripper? And I saw a video within the last 24 hours about that too, which I could believe that a little bit more. Although the timing, this New York Ripper person theoretically should be older, like in their 50s, in my opinion. But who knows? They haven't officially said that yet. Prater said the person was killing where he grew up on, but that doesn't necessarily mean that would happen when he grew up. So I don't actually know for sure. But I feel like that's absolutely ridiculous that she would be the New York Ripper. But she might have a different purpose on the show, like T. Parker Evans. Credit for saying that she might be Charlie's daughter. I could see that. I don't know for sure if that's going to be the case or not, but I feel like there's going to be something more with her character. Unless, of course, she's just there to create conflict between Harrison and Elsa. But I feel like one of those characters, Elsa or Charlie, that's not right. Elsa or Gigi will die this season. That Elle is still alive. At times, Elsa's been in a ponytail this season, and we don't know for sure if Elle's back to Wisconsin or not. I could see him easily, being, I'm going to kill you. I think honestly, Al will be back in the finale, and he will kill Elsa. I hope not. I guess that's an early prediction, which I don't know 100% sure, but I could see it happening. And credit to the YouTube channel, Matt and Jess TV. They've been talking about that for a while, but I could easily see that happening, especially with what we know now. So I don't know. Or we won't see Al for the rest of the season. Or maybe Dexter takes a trip to Wisconsin the next episode and kills him really quick like he did when he went to was it Paris to kill Lila. Any other? Wow, I've already caught up in the chat. That's crazy. Keep coming with your thoughts, your theories, your questions in the comment section. I'll answer everybody's chat, of course. I always do. If I miss one for some reason, give me a heads up that I missed it. And if anybody wants to be a part of the stream, just send me a message. Hey, add me and I'll send you the link. It's ready to go. It's always good to have somebody to bounce ideas off of. So next topic, Blessing. What is up with Blessing? I mean, he's showing some darkness now. Is Blessing the New York Ripper? What's going to happen with Blessing? I honestly, I'm not exactly sure with that. And what's up with these freaking cats? Like, they've made a point to like kind of show these cats too often. And I feel like that is going to mean a little bit more. So I don't know. I guess it's possible that Blessing is the New York Ripper now. I don't think he is, but I guess with everything that's happening now, he certainly is a prime suspect because the other characters aren't really doing anything that I would think that they would be the New York Ripper, such as Detective Oliva. So maybe it is Blessing, but I just don't see it. He's too nice, but everybody has darkness, so who knows? Kevlin, do you think the theories about Jonah being the New York Ripper are valid? I mean, I don't think the timing matches up in terms of like I feel like the New York Ripper is going to be somebody older. How old? Not sure, but I would think the New York Ripper is going to be at least in their 50s. So with that in mind, I don't think Jonah Mitchell is the New York Ripper. However, I wouldn't be upset with that theory or if that actually happened, because it would be a tie back to the original show and it would make more sense than, people are saying that Gigi is going to be the New York Ripper because she stopped killing because her wrist got hurt. Okay, I guess, yeah, if her wrist really is hurt and she can't defend herself anymore, I guess, but got to come up with more than just that to think somebody is this killer. Hi, boy. What's up, brother? Do you think Harrison will become a killer? I think there's a possibility, especially if Elsa or maybe even Gigi ends up dying. That could push Harrison over the edge where he wants revenge, especially if it's Al, Rapunzel, and he ends up taking Al/Rapunzel, whatever you want to call him out. Not sure if that's going to happen or not, but certainly I could see it. I even had a prediction earlier, before the season started, that Harrison would die this season. I could still see it happening, but now I actually, unfortunately, like Harrison. After New Blood, I was done with Harrison, but this Harrison, this season of Harrison's really made me come around on Harrison. So credit to Jack Alcott for being such a great character this season. Wonder why Charlie didn't use face recognition to find Dexter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they know, but I mean, the weird thing about it is, and I don't think anybody's really touched upon this, they were given cell phones. Each killer was given a cell phone to communicate. And I feel like that's easily able to be tracked by that. And I'm guessing that's how Charlie probably was tracking Dexter, maybe, or Brad, whatever you want to call him. But I don't know. It's interesting. I think, with the whole blood thing where he got cut by the Gemini killer, Gareth, maybe she did a blood test on him or something like that too. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways, but I wonder what exactly they know right now, because I don't think they know that he's Dexter Morgan. I think they just know that, he has a son now is the only thing. I predict Angel is going to accidentally kill someone in episode 9. Blessing and Dexter is going to help cover for him in the finale. Okay. So do you think Angel's going to die in the finale though still? Or are you just saying that because that's like everybody's theory? I don't think Angel's going to die. I think if anything, I mean, I guess this alludes to some of the things that I think are going to happen in the show. I think Angel is going to get arrested for being the Bay Harbor Butcher, and he's going to go on trial. And that's going to be kind of the show. Like, he's going to be on trial. Dexter will still do his own things. And then in the end, Angel's going to get found guilty, sentenced to death. And then Dexter is going to speak up and say, no, it was me. And then Dexter is going to get life in prison and somehow maybe get out on, like, you work for us, you help us find killers, and you're good because you killed bad people. I actually did a video on my channel of how I would do the Dexter ending, and that was one of my predictions. Although I retconned some things that happened, like I did a whole Halloween 2018. Dokes didn't die in my ending, and Dokes was the one that was on trial, obviously, for being the Bay Harbor Butcher. And in the end, Dexter speaks up, and he gets freed, or Dokes is exonerated. And then eventually Dokes and the head of the bureau, Max Adams, played by Jonathan Banks, they let Dexter out, and he helps the feds. Then he escapes to Argentina, and Hannah's still alive. And my thing, I'll put a link to that in the description, just so or I'll put that link in the chat in case anybody wants to check that out if you haven't done so already. I think it wasn't as organized as I probably would have wanted it to be, but I think it's a good video nonetheless. Bear with me here. I'm trying to find it. I'm not looking at the chat right now, so give me a second here. Some of my things are moving a little slow right now, it appears. Hopefully that doesn't affect the stream at all. Okay, I got it. So if anybody wants to see that video of how I would end Dexter, that was obviously done a couple of years ago, and things have changed. This was after New Blood. I think was it the first time I watched New Blood or the second time I watched New Blood? I can't remember now, but that was a video I did where it's not as organized as it probably should have been, but that's kind of how I would do things. I always have to have Hannah have a good ending with Dexter in the end. Hi, boy. I don't think they will kill La Pasión. No, he's not dying. Angel's not dying, unless it's the end of the show, but he's not going to die. I don't think Angel is going to die. It's too obvious. No, he's not dying. He's going to get arrested and be charged as the Bay Harbor Butcher. Leon called Dexter red in the restaurant, so his secret is safe for now. Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to find it out, though, in this episode. I don't know exactly how they find it out, but I think they will find it out. Do you like a Doke spinoff? I mean, it's another thing of we already kind of know what's up with Dokes. I mean, we know he was a part of Special Ops, and showing him do the Special Ops thing I don't think would be as entertaining. I'd rather see Dokes at Miami Metro. So if they show him at Miami Metro, for like his start to go to Miami Metro and what happens after then, I would like it, but I'd already kind of know what happened. It's something that we already know. I mean, yeah, they can throw something randomly in there like they threw Brian Moser in Dexter Original Sin, but I just think that would we don't need it. Focus on Dexter Resurrection. But then if you ask me if there's a Hannah spinoff, I'll say yes, because I want to see a Hannah after the original Dexter. Like, what happened in Argentina? What trials and tribulations did Hannah and Harrison go through in Argentina? And how was their relationship? Was Hannah this like amazing mother, which it sounds like she was? And like, did she ever kill anybody again? Which I don't think she did, but maybe she did. Who knows? Or maybe Harrison killed Hannah at the end. Probably not likely now. Hannah's probably really dead at this point, but I would love if she was back. What are your thoughts on Original Sin getting canceled? I kind of already mentioned, like, a lot of people are like outraged about it and are going to cancel their Paramount Plus, subscription. Well, UFC is coming to Paramount Plus, so there's no way I'm going to cancel Paramount Plus, and I'm a Dexter fanatic. I think that there are other factors behind them canceling Dexter Original Sin, not just because they want to focus on Dexter Resurrection. I think some of the people on Original Sin are getting very busy. Like, obviously, Sarah Michelle Gellar is doing Buffy again, and I think Patrick Gibson is going to be the new Bond or in the running for the new Bond. And I'm sure he's got other stuff because he's kind of not a really known actor other than a Dexter Original Sin. So he's going to get a lot of work, and it's hard to work around people's schedules. And I don't know if anybody else on there is getting a lot of work, but I think that's one of the reasons why that they just kind of shelved it. I don't know if Original Sin is done for good. They might come back with it in a couple of years, but that's one of the reasons why. There's my link to the video I did on what I would do with the Dexter ending. Blessings to Dexter. Dexter, you betrayed me. You literally know him for 2 weeks. Calm down. Yeah, some of the stuff is weird how they do things on the show. Doke spinoff wouldn't happen because they won't even continue the prequel. Well, I mean, it's you never know. You know, they could just do a Dokes prequel with a guy that's not well known, and then they could lock him up for like 3 years. But I just, if you want to become The Walking Dead, then become The Walking Dead, where you have all these spinoff shows. And while the shows are good, they start to lose quality where like it's like a burnout. Like I'm not burned out on Dexter at all because it's always been the main Dexter characters. A few change here and there, but it's always centered around Dexter. Where if they started doing shows not centered around Dexter, like the Trinity Killer show, I don't think I would be highly invested with that. And I probably wouldn't. I'd watch it still, but probably not really enjoy doing reviews. It would be more work than passion. Arlene Schramm saved $500,000 for Hannah. What happened to the money? Yeah, we always talk about that. I just looked her up on IMDb today, too, to see what other work she's done, just in case she randomly popped up again. Maybe she's the New York Ripper. I'm sure there's a video out there where Arlene Schramm is the New York Ripper. I mean, some of these clickbait videos are fucking like, that's fine. Maybe I should do it, too, if I want to grow my channel. If subscribing to people's channel means you do clickbait videos, I guess maybe I should do them, too. It just like it annoys me like how people would actually click and subscribe to a channel where it's obviously not going to happen, but you enjoy the theory. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the channel Merge. I used to be subscribed to him, but I unsubscribed, I don't know, a year ago or something like that. No particular reason, just like I was kind of getting like it was repetitive. But what he does is he's a big Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul fan. And he does like, if this moment didn't happen in the show, what would be the repercussions of it? And I think that would be a good idea to do for Dexter. Like if this moment on Dexter didn't happen, what would happen? What would happen after that? It's something I thought about doing, but I don't have that much creativity to come up with all that stuff. I'm sure he's a good writer and stuff like that. I should see what's going on his channel. But I liked his videos are really good. Like if this moment didn't happen in the Breaking Bad universe, what would be the trickle down effect of that? Patrick Gibson is playing Bond in the video game, but that was completed. Oh, okay. Jimmy Sensio is still out there. Yeah, very true. That is very, very true. Bear with me a second here. I'm going to look something up. It's very true. Glenn Plummer is, I actually like Glenn Plummer a lot. He was in Saw 2, one of my favorite characters in Saw 2. I don't see it happening, but he's probably the New York Ripper at this point. At least the age would match up. I feel like this New York Ripper is obviously going to be somebody in their 50s, late 40s, or anywhere from late 40s to 70s, I think, at this point. That's why like some of the theories don't add up in my opinion, but I guess they've never clearly said how old this person really is going to be. We need a Dexter video game. Don't they have a Dexter video game? Might be a PC game. Is your other friend going live that? I'm not sure who you're referring to. Is my other friend going live? Okay, let's think of the people that go live that I know a lot. Willis Cradia, he was live earlier today, but he usually doesn't go live with Dexter stuff until like the end of the season stuff. Cody Leach, his channel is too big to go live with Dexter things. There's going to be 50,000 people in the comments section talking about movies and stuff like that. Brad Hawk Talk. You're probably referring to Brad Hawk Talk. I don't know. Brad. I think Brad is kind of taking a back seat from going live right now. I don't know this for sure, but he hasn't went live in a while now. So maybe he was just trying to maintain watch time hours, and that might be why he was going live with this Slay the Spire. Halo, just talking about pop culture things. That's probably why. But you can always send him a message and ask him to go live, and I'm sure he would at some point. Anyone else thinks Claudette and Oliva have been acting suspicious the last couple episodes? Feels like the writers are setting something up. Yeah, I am kind of suspicious of Claudette and Oliva, especially Oliva, because I think he's the New York Ripper. But after the last episode, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I think they're just there to potentially arrest Batista at some point, potentially. Although I don't know. I don't know. Whoop. New celebrity for New York Ripper. I think that's going to be the case. It's going to be a big time celebrity. I could be completely wrong, and it could be Blessing. I think ultimately it will probably be Leon Prater, but I don't know that for sure. Isn't Jimmy Sencio blind? Yeah, he is. He was in I believe it was Dexter season 2, episode 1, the first episode with Little Chino, but I think he was in the first one as well. And Dexter doesn't kill him, so he's still out there. Yeah, Brad. Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't went live in a while now. He met some monetization goals, and maybe that's why he was going live so much, which is a smart thing to do. So I'm not sure, but send him a message on Instagram. He's on Instagram if you want him to go live. I kind of missed the live hangouts too. I mean, I didn't really care about the Slay the Spire stuff, but it was good to run ideas by somebody that, like-minded people. You think a Rita hallucination or vision is going to come, or no? I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. I mean, I think if they would have had if Rita was going to have a hallucination this season, it would have already happened. I do know somebody that was rumored, kind of confirmed that they were going to be on the show yet, that has not had a hallucination scene yet. They have had archive footage yet. So for those of you in the chat that don't want to know this spoiler, it's a minor spoiler, but it was somebody that was confirmed for Dexter Resurrection season 1, unless it was bullshit. Mute the TV or something like that. I'll talk about it in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, spoiler. Brian Moser, played by Christian Carmago, or I can't remember that's exact last name. He had confirmed that he was essentially in Dexter Resurrection. Like, he had set videos or set footage posted. So Jonah Mitchell being the New York Ripper would kind of make sense why he shows up. Like, you should have killed him, Dexter. I told you, look what happened. This trickle-down effect of you not killing him, and then he kills all these people. But so far, we've only had archive footage of Brian Moser. But Rita, maybe they'll use her for next season. Bear with me here. My contact needs to be adjusted. I always have eye issues during streams. Never fails. Okay, that's better for now. Maybe they'll use her in the second season, but I don't know. I feel like there's issues with Julie Benson, like people behind Dexter, but I don't know why, but maybe she doesn't talk too highly of them for killing her off at the end of season 4. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's one channel out there that works my nerves because they keep calling Blessing a she or her. How is that even possible if somebody watches the show? I don't know. Who knows? Unless Blessing identifies as a female. I haven't heard him say that yet, but that's the only thing. Did you see episode 8? Yes, I've seen episode 8. The reviews on the channel. Pretty good episode. I thought there were some filler moments in it, but it was pretty good. Solid. Initially I gave it an 8.3 in my notes that I had ready to go for the episode. And then when I was saying my review score, I made it an 8.7 or 8.8 or something like that. Leon is biggest threat to Dexter and Harrison. I think so. What are your predictions on Dexter Resurrection season 2 and season 3 if they happen? I'm going to go predictions for the finale in a week. So those, I'm not going to go too far out, but I will give my predictions. Every prediction that I have for every character next Saturday. I'll record the video next Friday after I get off work, and I'll have that video uploaded on Saturday. Might be midnight on Saturday. It might be 7 a.m. I like to change my times for some videos to have more like the featured video on my channel, but I'll do a complete predictions video for every character, which this stream might give some of those predictions away. I'm trying to hold some stuff back that I have because I don't want anybody to copy my predictions, but we'll see. Manifesting Rita's return. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she's going to return. I feel like she would have already returned. I mean, we got archive footage of her, so that was good. Like, at first they didn't show her, but then they did show her. I think it is in episode that Hannah was in, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the episode that Hannah was in. They showed her, or maybe it was the one after that. I can't remember, but they showed her finally. The archive footage of her in the bathtub. Just found your channel today, bud. Looking forward to you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, one thing you'll get from me, I might not have the most entertaining videos all the time. I know some people say I'm kind of boring, which, that's fine. But I post a daily video every day, and I'm trying to do daily shorts every day. Can't guarantee that, but I've been doing pretty good with those. They do help out with some of the times on the channel and that. But I mean, I've been called a Dexter fanatic by other YouTubers that are well known for their Dexter content. So if you're looking for Dexter stuff, obviously we can't talk about Dexter all year round. Otherwise that would get really repetitive unless there's a Dexter show every, a weekly Dexter show. But I try my best. Boy, yeah, episode 8 was a little less peak, but definitely still peak. I mean, all these bad episodes of Dexter Resurrection, if you want to call them bad, are better than 8 episodes or 9 episodes of Dexter New Blood. So, I mean, obviously with episode 2 of Dexter New Blood being the worst one, Storm of Fuck, because they kill Hannah McKay off screen with her pancreatic cancer. But, all these episodes that are not even the best of Dexter Resurrection are better than any episode of Dexter New Blood, with maybe the exception of the 9th episode. Was it Sins of the Father? And the first episode, I had mixed feelings about the first episode. It's good, but I don't know. It's kind of boring. Cold Snap. But I do like the ending where he finally, kills, or he gets mad because he shot his deer, and then he gets mad and, hello, Dexter Morgan, tonight's the night, or the narration comes back. Too bad Angel looks like a buffoon now to Claudette and Oliva. Yeah, he does kind of look like a buffoon, where the last episode, he looked like the smartest guy in the room. That's why I'm not saying my predictions in the video until after I watch the next episode, because so much seems to change. Like now Batista looks like a moron, when the last episode, he looked like the smartest guy in the room. Julie Benz had to be filming Saw 5 around the time her character Rita died in season 4. Yeah, but she wasn't planning on leaving Dexter. I mean, the filming schedules might have been like, this was filming at this time and Dexter was filming at this time. They killed her character off and she wasn't expecting it. Like, she knew about it at I don't remember exactly when she knew about it. I know it's out there. I want to say like a week before or a day before, like come into this room, and then they told her. So it wasn't like it was planned way ahead of time. To all you Dexter fanatics out there that were watching the show when it aired, does anybody know when Dokes' death was like? Was it always a given that he was going to die right away, or was that something that was kind of planned at the last minute or something like that? I think that's one of the biggest mistakes in Dexter, is killing Dokes off. I mean, I feel like he should have survived the whole show in jail, and then like there's a trial, but it kept getting delayed or something like that. My opinion. I know there's some people out there that can't stand Dokes, though, but I think he's easily one of the best characters on Dexter. Spoiler alert for my top characters of Dexter list. It's going to be a long video, 50 characters of Dexter. There'll be a quick one, though, because I'll probably not talk a lot about him. You already know who the character is, except for some of these characters, like Soderquist. He'll be on the list, too. The background character that doesn't have any speaking lines, but he's always getting assignments, like Ramos, Soderquist. And he was invited to Dexter's wedding. I don't know what to say now. Not sure if it's just about the show, but it's a lot to try to understand at once. I could see that. Lately, Julie Benz has been speaking positively on Dexter and loved to return as Rita. She was just being honest about how she felt at the time back in 2009, but that's now she's grateful for what happened. I mean, she's got to be grateful for her time on the show. I mean, she was in other stuff, but everybody knows her from Dexter for the most part. I didn't like her character on Saw 5 at all. I think Saw 5 has some of the worst characters. Something I would tell her if I saw her again and she asked me about it. I do not like the characters on Saw 5 a lot, but I mean, everybody knows her as Rita on Dexter. And, I mean, she was at the Comic-Con panel for the Dexter finale. They had the last season of Dexter finale, and she was there. But I feel like over the years, maybe she said something. I don't know. I don't know anything. I just know that like she's not. I would think that she would have some sort of hallucination scene with Dexter or even Harrison. But Harrison never actually really knew her that well, except when he was a baby. But he remembers Trinity, so maybe he. I don't know. I feel like Harrison should start having somebody that he talks to that's not alive, and that should either be Hannah or Rita. Which Rita wouldn't make a lot of sense, but you know what? That's his real mom. or Jamie Batista, which if Batista goes to jail, you better best bet Jamie Batista will make an appearance on Dexter Resurrection. I know she's a principal now, but she will be making an appearance. If Batista goes to jail, we will see some sort of scene with Jamie Batista. And hopefully her and Harrison reunite too, because that'd be awesome. Julia Stiles said if the story sticks, she would be willing to come back as Lumen and Pierce. Yep. I've seen that, and I know of a website that has some insight into Dexter, and they're saying she's a rumored character to return for this season. I don't think it's going to happen this season with where the story is going right now, but I feel like she will return at some point, hopefully. Just give the Dexter Lumen fans some closure. Maybe they'll get back together. Who knows? Maybe her darkness will come back. I appreciate your hard work. I make videos myself. I'm a daily creator. I take hard work over fake reactions and clickbait type of stuff. You know, I work hard at it, but I feel like my content sometimes is not, I'm not the most passionate about some stuff. Like right now I'm doing my Mr. Robot reviews, and I like the show to a degree, and Supernatural, I like the show to a degree, but I'm not like super into it. Like I'm almost falling asleep as I'm talking about the show. It seems like that as I'm reading my notes. So, but I do daily videos. Money to anybody that can find out the last time I didn't do a video. It's been a while. Obviously, I have all my videos recorded way ahead of time, so it's not like I'm recording a video tonight for tomorrow. Sometimes I do that, or sometimes I have planned fight reactions that are going to go up. But a lot of my stuff is done a month or more in advance to give me time in case I need to take a week off or something like that. But if there was Dexter all year round, certainly I feel like all my Dexter videos I've been really positive about or are into and passionate about. Sure, you should let me know what you do on your channel, or I can check it out just in case there's something that we have. If you do Dexter videos, I would definitely check it out. That's for sure. Hi, boy. Me too. I'm new here. Your content looks good, brother. Well, I appreciate that. Everybody that likes my content, that's great. If one person in the world likes my content, that makes me a happy man. Saw 5 came out in 2008. The time season 3 of Dexter came out. Okay. Wow. Saw 5 was the worst Saw movie, in my opinion, by the way. I like that less than Jigsaw and Spiral. Not a Saw 5 fan. I actually liked a few things of season 8, especially episode 8. I said season 8, especially Leon meeting Harrison. Yeah, that's good stuff. It's great stuff. It's like a great cliffhanger. Like all of a sudden, Leon's there. Brad, you didn't tell me you have a son. I'm guessing they tracked that phone. That's the only reason why I can think of they have these phones, but who knows? Hey, Vinny Lima, I wonder what the last episode will be about because it's just called Justice for All. I have no idea. They don't even have a synopsis for that yet, at least not on IMDb. I haven't checked Wikipedia yet. 2 days notice for Ben's to find out Rita was killed. Okay, it was 2 days. Okay, I knew it wasn't a lot of time. I'm sure that was a heartbreaking moment. I don't think she ever intended on leaving the show. I mean, I didn't watch the show when it aired. I remember, so truth be told, I was playing a poker tournament on a Sunday. It was the week, I'm guessing it was the week after the Rita death episode, because they were talking about what a crazy episode of Dexter. I didn't hear anything about Rita dying. I just know that, like, what are they going to do next? How are they going to go the show now? And I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, but this was the Rita death scene. So it probably shocked a lot of people. And of course, her, like, you're getting killed off. Like, why am I getting killed off? I should be on the show till the end. I'm not even going to find out that Dexter is a killer. What the hell? Nobody is talking about Aster and Cody, and I don't understand why. It's been 10 plus years. They're full grown adults. I think at some point we will see Aster and Cody again. It won't be for long. It'll probably be a cameo, especially if and when Dexter eventually gets arrested, or there's a headline: Dexter Morgan, Miami forensic analyst or forensic blood splatter guy, the Bay Harbor Butcher. We will see a reaction from Aster and Cody. If we don't, I would be shocked. What's up, guys? Brad Hawk Talk is in the house. Chris wants you to do more live streams. You've been slacking, timing maybe, but I think me and Chris especially want to see you do a live stream again, just because it's kind of nice to just hang out and chit chat. Even if we don't like playing Slay the Spire or watching you play Slay the Spire, it's good to see people on live stream. Hey, bro, glad you could join us. It's always good to have Brad Hawk Talk in the house. Rita didn't add much. I agree. I'm not the biggest Rita fan. I've already said that. Maybe you weren't in the chat at that point or in the stream. Just I've never liked Rita. Even before Hannah McKay was on the show, I never liked Rita. God, I got too many chats here. I got to stop talking so much. Some of the Saw 5 characters are boring. Absolutely. Julie didn't know about Rita's death until the day before the finale script was distributed, even though her death was planned from the beginning of season 4. Okay. Yo, glad to see you, dude. Rusty Reels. Yes, it's always glad to see both of you. She was pretty, though. Yeah, I mean, she's good on the eyes, that's for sure. What's up, Brad? Yep. Hi, Brad Hawk Talk. Everybody's happy that Brad's in the house. It's always good to have Brad. I don't watch TV and movies much. I only have been fairly interested in the Dexter series. It's the series to be interested in, that's for sure. I saw the whole original series years ago. Okay. Hi, boy. Hi, Crazy Coffee Man. I hope you're both doing well. Yep. Lumen for season 2. I wouldn't be surprised if Lumen doesn't show up in season 1 if certain things happen. Won't be long probably, but there's a site that I know that now has her as a rumored character. Don't count on her showing up, but I'm just saying now that it's been put into existence already. The creator, Clyde Phillips, Scott Reynolds, they know that the fans want Lumen Pierce back. So I feel like she'll be brought back eventually. I've seen Mr. Robot. Okay. Yeah, I just finished watching the season 2 premiere, so it's a double episode. I just recorded both my reviews for that today, as a matter of fact, which you haven't even seen the first review on the channel. I think there's good moments on Mr. Robot, and then there's moments where I'm like, wait, what's going on here? Like, I don't know what's reality, and it's just a vision or Elliot, hallucinating. So it's an interesting show. So yeah, I mean, I'm almost by the time my first review of it gets done, I'll be done with the show. Actually, at this point, I mean, I'm already on season 2, and there's only 4 seasons of Mr. Robot. So, and I think my first review video of Mr. Robot happens in like mid-September. So, well, I guess that's a couple weeks away now. So I should never mind. I won't be done with it by then. But if I had more time, I might be. Mr. Robot is a hard show to keep up with. It took a long time to get into it and fully understand. I never got the full scope. Yeah, I mean, there's some episodes and some moments that I'm really liking Mr. Robot, but there's times where I'm like confused and like have to go back a scene or two and then I go back again because I can't remember stuff. I don't know. But I mean, it's good. It's good. And Chris is, if he's still here on the chat, Chris Schober is the one that recommended Mr. Robot to me a long time ago. And, it was a while ago, but I finally started watching it. So, I mean, I'm committed. I'm going to keep watching it. I'm already, into season 2 at this point. So, to be truthful, Brad Hawk Talk, I'd be better if Original Sin were renewed. Yeah. I mean, I'm not super disappointed about it, but I know I can see where people are coming from. I just think there's other reasons why the show was kind of shelved at this point. So, no kidding. Major bummer. They axed that. Yep. Saw 5, Spiral, Harrison and New Blood, Jigsaw. I like Jigsaw. I guess that's an unpopular opinion. I mean, I don't love it. It's not my favorite Saw movie, but it's the last time I did a Saw ranking. Let's see if I can pull that up on my documents here. I don't know if I can find it. It might be on my old computer, which I don't carry over documents when I switch computers. Yeah, it's not here. I want to say Jigsaw was in the middle. I know I don't like Saw 5. I don't like Spiral, but that's not at the very bottom. And Saw 7, while I like moments in it, it just is done terribly. We're going to turn this into a Saw stream. Me and Brad Hawk Talk can talk about Saw, that's for sure. Saw 5 is the Dexter season 6 of the Saw franchise, worst of the original series. I would agree with that, although I might need to watch season 6 of Dexter again and rewatch New Blood, because maybe season 6 might be better than New Blood. I know New Blood has some good moments, but ultimately all the stuff on that show doesn't really matter anymore because everything's been course corrected of sorts or retconned or, switched. So I don't know. I don't know if I have time. I'll have time to do that. I have been rewatching season 3 of Dexter, and I guess it's not as bad as I've always been saying. I don't know. I've watched the show now 10 times, these original seasons, and I don't know how my opinion changes now towards the end. I mean, I'm not saying it's one of the better seasons, but it's not. I don't know where it's going to rank, but certainly it should go up. Just based on my last rewatch, or I have one episode left of season 3 of Dexter. Maybe Dexter should make an episode every couple of weeks, every few weeks, not every week. Yeah, that'd be nice. The more Dexter, the better. I mean, that's what people watch on my channel. I mean, I guess whoever is watching my Supernatural videos, though, thank you. It's good to post a video that does really good, and I wasn't necessarily expecting them to do good. I thought maybe as time went on they do better, but each video, which videos, if anything gets over 100 views on my channel, obviously there's some videos that I want to get a lot of views, but anything over 100 to me is like, okay, it's worth the time to put into it. My Lost content, which I'm really into, are unfortunately not doing that well on the channel. Luckily it's almost over. Where I love talking about Lost. I actually have one more video to record on Lost, and that will be my character ranking, which I've had that ready to go for a while. And I just have been procrastinating about it because I knew it didn't have to be recorded until a certain amount of time. But that's going to debut right after all my Dexter content, I believe. So September, the legendary Crazy Coffin will be interested in this. September 10th or 11th or something like that. That'll be when that has to be done. That's the day that it would premiere. So love Lost for all you Lost fans. I fucking love Lost. It's one of the greatest shows ever. Hey, Brad, good to see you. We were talking about you earlier, Brad. We were gossiping about you, so make sure you watch the stream from the beginning. I actually love Saw and thought the 5th was my favorite and rewatched many times. I haven't seen the new one past Jigsaw, and hope for no spoilers. Okay, I won't say anything. I'm glad that you like Saw 5. I don't. But if we all had the same opinion, the world would be a completely boring place. So I'm glad that you have some love in it. Personally, my favorite movie in the Saw franchise, which won't be a spoiler because you've already seen it, is Saw 2. I absolutely love Saw 2. I'm a big fan of Detective Matthews, so that's my favorite Saw movie. And then after that is probably, I like Saw 4 more than most apparently, and the original Saw. I probably have to rewatch them all just to make sure. I mean, it's another series that I've seen all the movies so many times though at this point. For those of you that don't know, Scream is my favorite franchise of all time. Saw is probably my second favorite franchise of all time. I'm a Saw fanatic. I used to be on the Saw IMDb message boards when that was a thing and speculating about theories about Dr. Gordon and all that on the Saw message boards back in the day. So that was what the majority of my time was spent doing. Wish they made a Dexter video game. I thought they had one, or maybe it's some sort of game. Maybe it's a PC game. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. We always are happy when people like Brad are in the chat. Us Dexter fans need to stay together. These Dexter fanatics, I should say. Do you think we'll get a steelbook for Dexter Resurrection? I think so, because they had a steelbook of Original Sin, didn't they? I don't really like steelbooks because they're more money, and just the regular copy of 4K. I preferably would have a 4K, but the regular Blu-ray is fine by me. Which reminds me, the movie Locked is apparently not having a US Blu-ray release, which surprises the shit out of me. So I actually had to order the DVD of Locked with Anthony Hopkins and I'm forgetting Pennywise's name now. It'll come to me. But I hope that's not 100% accurate, and eventually there'll be a U.S. Blu-ray release of Locked, but that was kind of strange, pre-ordering a DVD. YouTube Brad. It's, let's be real, most of the women don't offer a lot. I hated Deb the first time, but understand that that was me being young. Okay, so more about me. My first couple of times watching the show Dexter, I hated Deb probably more than anybody. I thought Deb was just there to have random moments where she swore a lot, and I thought she was annoying and not very bright, like Dexter always had to put her in the right direction. I've come around on her a lot, and I met her, Jennifer Carpenter, so that changed my opinion of her. But Dab was never one of my favorite characters on the show. I always liked Dokes. I always liked Dexter. I always liked Frank Lundy. I liked the relationship, even though it was weird and strange. I liked her relationship with Frank Lundy. When she's not with Frank Lundy, I didn't like her. But I've come around on her a little bit since then. Thanks, Chris. Leon Prater's gala may have Lumen in the crowd. If Lumen Pierce shows up on Dexter, or I should say, when Lumen Pierce shows up on Dexter Resurrection, might not be this season. The legendary Crazy Coffin Man will go completely insane, and then not mention her in his summary in my comment section. I'm sorry, guys. I'm behind on the chat here. I need to talk faster. I would be down for Lumen in Resurrection Season 2. You might get her in Season 1. You don't know. Welcome, Brad. Between the series and speculation, it feels like a lot of fan service. We're just wanting a ton of characters to return. Yeah, I mean, because we didn't get that in Dexter New Blood. I mean, we got Batista, which I didn't think once they had the new setting, I didn't think Batista was going to be around in Season 1 of New Blood. Well, the season of New Blood, it turned out to be. So when we actually got Batista at that conference, I remember sitting on my couch at about 11:30 at night watching the episode, and then jumping off my couch when Angel made an appearance. And I'm like, okay, we're going to get Quinn. We're going to get Masuka. We're going to get Hannah McKay. She's not really dead. And, well, I guess she is now. So, yeah, that's what we want. We need fan service. They owe us fan service because of the fan service they haven't given us. So I would like to put it into existence that I want Hannah McKay to return. Although they at least mentioned her and said that, your moms would be proud, both of them. That was touching. I as a Hannah McKay fanatic, I loved that moment. Hopefully we get a mention of her again each season, and maybe a hallucination, a scene of Hannah, or maybe a flashback scene of Hannah, new footage of her and Harrison in Argentina. You could even do the older version of Harrison, like maybe before she was sick, supposedly, something like that. I don't know. Probably won't happen, but I'd love to see Yvonne Strahovski back in Dexter. So since Resurrection Season 2 is about to start the writing process, we won't get it till late 2026 or mid-2027. I think we could get it done before we could get it written and everything before the year's over with, and they could start filming at the beginning of the year. I think we can get it next summer, actually, in my opinion. Which I guess, the end of the year this year. So that would be, I think it would be around this time next year, I think, based on what I know, but I don't know. I felt like they already had kind of an idea of where they wanted to go for 3 seasons. And then if Michael C. Hall wants to keep going, they'll just prolong it a little bit or something like that, which if you make it shittier, I'll be a little bit mad about that. But dude, Lumen coming back would honestly be insane. It's going to happen at some point. I mean, don't quote me on it. It might not happen, but I'm pretty confident Lumen Pierce will come back at some point in Dexter Resurrection. Might not be this season, but we will see Lumen again. Might not be for long, but we will see Lumen again, I think. I hope. Take your time with Mr. Robot. I am taking my time with it. I don't want to watch episodes of Mr. Robot because I know there's going to be some confusing things that go on, and I'm not exactly sure what's real and what's fiction on Mr. Robot. Cody Leach can't wait 7 days. I mean, I'm pumped for Thursday nights. That's what I'm looking forward to right now. So my schedule on Thursdays is I usually get off work around 4:30 Central Time, stay up for an hour or 2 at most, then I go to bed for 3 or 4 hours, but I usually wake up ahead of time now. But I try to get some sleep before Resurrection, and then I stay up later till 3, 4 in the morning just to respond to all comments, because that's how I roll, unless of course it doesn't notify me that a comment has been made. That's what I do with Resurrection. I'm pumped for Resurrection. And I am off next Friday, the finale day. Not off this Friday, unfortunately, although I probably could at least take half the day off if I wanted to. I have a half day on Friday, though, so I'd only have to take 4 hours of PTO off. So maybe I can make that happen to be off this Friday. But I don't know. I'll just, I can work off of barely any sleep for 4 hours. But I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. Maybe I'll do a live stream on Friday. But I got to record my predictions video first. And Sunday, I have a fantasy football draft. So it looks like I'm going to go live either Friday or Saturday next week. Hot take. I don't care about the original sin not going to season 2. I got all I needed from that spinoff. I mean, I kind of mentioned already that I kind of agree with that. Like, I see both sides of it. It would have been great to have season 2, but do we really need it? I mean, they're just going to mess up more continuity, in my opinion. And it was really predictable, which kind of was a given. But I would like to see more with Clark Sanders. Maybe he's the New York Ripper. That's it. I figured it out. I got to make the thumbnail right now. It's him, and show Clark Sanders and then post a video. Maybe I'll post a video with like some random character and then just start talking. Did you actually think this person was actually the New York Ripper? If you did, you're an idiot. No, I wouldn't do that. But I could see Clark Sanders being the New York Ripper. Somebody in law, another person in law enforcement, which does bother me. Like all these people involved in these murders in law enforcement, like if there's too many, but who knows? Paramount is penny pitching too much at this moment. Original Sin has to be better than most other shows on the network. Yeah, but there's the problem with Original Sin. There's not much they can do on it. Like they have to follow certain, like there's a lot of things that they can't do on Original Sin because of like everything that's already been done. And I believe that people are in more high demand. Like obviously Sarah Michelle Gellar's doing Buffy again, so she's not going to be available as much. Maybe she's the New York Ripper right now. It just, I don't know. I don't think they just canceled it because they canceled it. I think they people weren't available, so they couldn't start filming or start, planning out the season. But I don't, just canceling it out of the blue. I don't know. Maybe it'll be called something else if it comes back. I don't know. I'm mixed on it. I mean, more Dexter is always good, but I didn't necessarily need another season of Original Sin. I mean, I would have liked to seen a younger Dokes, but Eric King is always going to be Dokes to me, and it would have been nice to see Harry's relationship with Captain Matthews or Tom Matthews, whatever you want to call him. Are you excited for Saw 11? I'm not sure which route they're going. I want to see a continuation after I was going to say season 7, after the 7th movie with Hoffman in the bathroom and what happens to Detective Hoffman. I'm a Hoffman supporter. I like Hoffman a lot. So are you excited for the Trinity Killer spinoff? That's debatable if we're even going to get that at this point. Totally agree, Brad Hawk Talk. I'm guessing that was a Lumen question. Season 6 is bottom tier, but New Blood is extra bottom tier. Yeah, I mean, they're both terrible. Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. But maybe people say that I overreact to those seasons and like they're not as bad as I say they are. I think they're bad. But we'll see. We'll see what my ranking will be. My Dexter seasons rank video should be posted on September 6th. I will work on that on September 5th, and that should be good to go at September 6th. So that will be the first video you get after the finale of Dexter Resurrection, the season finale. Unless, of course, they fool us and this is the end of the show again, which they haven't necessarily confirmed to season 2 yet. Now it's the point of the stream where my mouth is getting really dry and my left eye is bothering me. Not a lot, though, but it's a little blurry. I have to read the comments from let me make this bigger. Okay, that's better. Saw 11, geez, they're milking it dry, LOL. Yeah, they are. I mean, if it makes money, though, they have to, though. But it was supposed to come out this year, this October, actually. And then it got delayed. And now is it Blumhouse that's taking it over at this point? So we'll see what happens with that. You're uncanceled for liking season 3 more. Yeah, we'll see where it ranks. Because I always say that I like season 8 more than season 3, which that's an unpopular opinion. I think Dexter's relationship with Evelyn Vogel and Zach Hamilton is very interesting. And then, of course, when Hannah McKay comes back and Deb being like so low at the beginning of the season, trying to kill Dexter, and then eventually she gets better. Yeah, the whole execution of like Deb dying, like it sucked, but it did make sense because Dexter, in my opinion, is a story of tragedy. So, I mean, think what you want about it. I'm a defender of season 8. Do I think it's one of the better seasons? No, it's bottom 5 for sure, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as people. I think people are just mad that Dexter was a lumberjack at the end. Like, what is this ending? That was kind of dumb. But I like the whole Hannah and Harrison walking off together. I think that was kind of touching. Like, Hannah is like, her new role as mom, not serial killer. New Blood better than season 6. Is that what that means? Greater than season 6? Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that or not. I don't know if I'll have time to rewatch them all. I mean, at least I got season 3 out of the way, but New Blood and season 6 are. I just think season 6 just isn't interesting, and New Blood is kind of not interesting too. So maybe they're tied for the worst season of Dexter. Dexter season 6 really won't make any sense if you don't have some biblical knowledge, and that is true of me. I'm not a big fan of like religious talk or anything like that. Not that I'm against it or anything. I just don't really know about it all that much. It's a very deep explanation. There's a lot of Bible mockery, making the crazy Christian character the eraser, etc., etc. Yeah, I can see that. It's very true. If you had to choose what season of Dexter is your favorite so far, what would it be? I already know what my favorite season of Dexter is. Make sure you watch my Dexter seasons rank video on September 6th, and you'll find out. I mean, it's already on my channel. I have other Dexter seasons rank videos, so it's there. It's there for the liking. It's there to watch if you want to see it. I mean, I can answer the question, but I feel like if you should know what my favorite season of Dexter is already. Saw 3. I'm not a huge fan of Saw 3. I don't absolutely hate it, but I don't love it. I like it more than when I first saw it. I will say that. At first, I did not like Saw 3 when I first saw it. Saw 2, I mean, good. Yeah, Saw 2 is awesome. I've already read all the Dexter books. Yeah, I started listening to one of them and then just never got around to finishing it and listening to the other ones yet. I'm a little scatterbrained. Like I have issues with like focusing now. Saw 4 I liked originally, but it's continued to decline on rewatch. I could agree with that to a degree, but it still hasn't declined on my ranking. But we'll see. Maybe I'll rewatch them all and have another ranking soon. Holy crap, I'm way behind on all these chats. Thank you for all your participation. Like I had topics that I wanted to discuss, but I guess answering questions is fine too. Saw season 6 finale. Reliving Rita's death on a loop. New Blood's finale. I watched the Dexter full video game on YouTube. Okay. T-Port, yeah. I laughed too. There's a Saw game, very rare. Yep. The Saw games are hilariously bad. Doesn't surprise me with that. My friend is Steelbook obsessed. It's just more money for the same thing. Simple marketing. Yeah, I mean, they're heavier. I don't know. Like I remember once, it was in 2013. I was working and like my friend said, "Need anything to do? I'm running errands. Is there anything you need?" And I just randomly said, "Buy me Wolf of Wall Street on at Best Buy. It came out today," and she bought me the Steelbook. Which, hey, she bought it for me, so that's great. But I was like, what the hell? That's my first experience with a Steelbook. I didn't know they existed. And like, I actually gave it to my roommate at one point at the time, like a month later, and bought the regular Blu-ray of it because I didn't like the Steelbook, how like it was different than everything else. I actually have a Fast and Furious 6 Steelbook that I didn't realize was the Steelbook until after I had bought it. So I actually want to replace that. I just don't like steelbooks. I mean, I have some steelbooks. I have the Scream steelbooks, of course, being a Scream fanatic. So it's pretty old. The game was only like 2 hours long. Okay. Are you American? I'm American. I'm in the great state of Wisconsin. I'm actually going to meet Rapunzel, Al, pretty soon here. Because that's where Al's going. The Dexter game, by the way. Okay, good. We all agreed about Deb. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people love Deb. I've grown to appreciate her more, but on my initial watching, like Deb is not in my top. I don't know where Deb's going to rank on my favorite characters list. I haven't actually, like I could look at my old one, but I try not to look at my old footage and try to think of, or my old videos. I try to think of my new thoughts now. I don't know if Deb makes my top 10 for characters. She'll be on there, but she's not going to be in the top 10, I think. If she's in the top 10, it's like 8th, 9th, or 10th, but I don't know for sure yet. Deb's one of my favorites, except for her New Blood portrayal. Yeah, New Blood was absolutely terrible in my opinion. Her being this like haunting ghost of Dexter. I couldn't stand Deb in New Blood. The closest we'll get to a Dexter video game is Patrick Gibson in 007 First Light coming out in 2026. Okay. I hate how they're always connected / secret society type stuff. Cops and Rich all together. Dexter connected to Leon and cops. It's what you get with these stories, unfortunately. What's Blessing's purpose besides being killed? You know, I'm starting to think that we're going to lose. Well, I've always thought we were going to lose Blessing. I just don't. People think he's the New York Ripper, when everybody's saying it, I wonder if somebody knows for sure. Like they already know spoilers, which I don't know if there's any spoilers out for Dexter yet. But I just don't see him being the New York Ripper. If he is, great, you got me, because he's not one of the people I would expect. Outside of Lewis Green's very offensive game, Lewis Green. You know, I thought about my Dexter villains and antagonists ranking, and Lewis Green is probably going to be at the bottom. He's got to be on the list. He's going to be at the bottom, unfortunately. Hannah McKay is distractingly beautiful, LOL. Absolutely. I freaking love Hannah McKay. Yvonne Strahovski is beautiful. Some people say she's tall and skinny in that. Well, I don't think she's that tall and skinny anymore, but I still love her. She looks beautiful. I don't care about thickness or anything like that. Just some women are beautiful, and she's definitely one of them, especially Hannah McKay. I thought the Saw games looked bad. I can't comment on it because I've never watched it or seen it. Blessing's cat hiding conflict. Diamonds. Maybe. I don't know. Something's weird about those cat statues, though. I don't know what it is, but there's going to be something to them. Like, I feel like somebody's going to get mad and throw one, and there's going to be something in one of those statues. I'd actually play that game. What's going to happen with Al? I mean, if you really think he's probably going to come back in season 2, although I think that Prater warned him ahead of time, or he warned Prater, like, hey, Red's really trying to meet up with me. I think he's trying to take me out. And we might see Al in the finale potentially, or we'll just see him in season 2 of Dexter Resurrection, or maybe season 3. I would keep your PTO. I only use PTO to go see movies and TV shows, so it's not a big deal to me. I don't mind it. Harrison is the yeah, absolutely. I think he is. We don't know what Harrison did in his time. You know, yeah, maybe instead of being in Argentina, he was actually in New York killing people. I'm sure there's a video on that somewhere. Paramount being with UFC is awesome, but they're doing Dexter dirty. Yeah. I don't know if that's, again, it might be other factors of why Dexter Original Sin was canceled or shelved, but I think people are busy on the show. That's my personal take on it, but who knows? And now my nose is really stuffy. I miss Miguel. He was such a fun and funny character. Yeah, watching Dexter season 3, Miguel is growing on me quite a bit. I mean, I always liked Miguel. I just didn't like the season that much because of the Skinner. George King. Hey, I know his name I usually forget his name half the time. But yeah, George King, just, I don't know. I didn't like that part. He's supposed to be like menacing and stuff. Like people are afraid of him. But to me, I wouldn't be afraid of him at all. He's the New York Ripper. She's the New York Ripper. You're the New York Ripper. I'm the New York Ripper. Yep. I think that, T. Parker Evans actually was in the new Alien series, Alien Earth. He's a character on Alien Earth, by the way. But I guess he's going to be in Dexter Resurrection as well. I'm wondering about Gordon for Saw 7. What are you wondering about? You've seen it, right? You've seen all of them up until past Jigsaw, or to Jigsaw, right? Did you say that? Making jokes about the New York Ripper because people are speculating. LOL. I mean, there's so many videos about like who the New York Ripper is, and it's just some of the people like Sophia season Dexter Original Sin is the New York Ripper, like. Tanya Martin is the New York Ripper. Anton. Anton is the new. I would actually like that. If Anton came back as the New York Ripper, that would be cool because I feel like it's a character that really didn't get his justice on the show. Like he was there just while Deb wasn't infatuated with Lundy, but the second Lundy came back, Anton was just written off the show like that. I liked the Doomsday Killer better than the Skinner. Yeah, I mean, he was better than the Skinner is the worst villain of Dexter as far as like the main villains of a season, if you count him as a main villain. But the guys that were in more than like 5 episodes. Saw feels like it needs to be something different. Yeah. Miguel is the man. Yes, he's good. I just watched that scene again with him and Dexter on the roof. That was incredible. I hate Blumhouse. This will be nothing but occult, satanic, DEI, woke agendas. Yeah, I'm kind of used to it by now, unfortunately. He was hilarious with Dexter. Such a good duo. I mean, not as good as Hannah and Dexter, but a close second. Marshall Max Clayton was a jerk for now not following procedure. I have him listed as one of my favorite characters, actually. Don't know if he's going to actually make the cut, but he's one of my 50. I think he was. I thought he was. Maybe I'm lying. I thought I had him listed on here. Yes, he's right under Little Chino, as people I wrote down, 50 random characters on Dexter. Anyway. The guys chasing Dexter in season 8, Clayton and such, private investigators die. Max Clayton died. He was killed by Oliver Saxon, but Jacob Elway, my least favorite character on Dexter, played by Sean Patrick Flannery, is still alive, as far as we know. Although I think Hannah McKay should have poisoned him and killed him personally, but he's still out there. Maybe Jacob Elway is the New York Ripper. That's it. Jacob Elway is the New York Ripper. Everyone likes season 4 of Dexter, LOL. I mean, it's a good season. I will say, spoiler alert, season 4 of Dexter has 4 of my top 10 favorite episodes of the series in it. Yeah. Yes, Max Clayton is dead from Oliver Saxon using Dexter's kill tools. Yep. Even with the familiarity of the season 6 religious topics that gets addressed, it's bad season for me. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I feel like season 5 through 8 are just not fair to judge because the first 4 seasons were based on the books or had ideas, right? I don't hate the only season of Dexter I truly hate out of the first 8 is season 6. I find parts of season 5 to be enjoyable. I love season 7, and I like season 8. I'll say it. It's bottom 5 season for me, but I do like season 8 quite a bit. I feel like they didn't get there. Like, it kind of started a little slow. Like, basically, all that's mentioned of LaGuerta is there's a bench in her honor, and that's it, by Maria LaGuerta. But I like season 8. Hannah probably has something to do with that. But I like the Dexter, the Evelyn Vogel, the Zach Hamilton stuff. I think Oliver Saxon, aka Daniel Vogel, is one of the most underrated villains on Dexter. There are people that hate him as a villain. I don't know why. He's affected Dexter second most behind Trinity, maybe. I mean, he eventually was the reason why Deb died, and he killed Evelyn Vogel, who Dexter took a liking to, as well as Zach Hamilton, the son that Dexter never had. I think he affected Dexter quite a bit. Yeah, he had a weird frown half the time, and he didn't show up until later in the season, but I think he's an underrated villain. And he gets a little bit too much hate, but I don't know. My opinion. Only season 1 is based on the book with Dexter. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't like season 6. I didn't like season 6 that great. Yeah, it's not good at all. I had no problem with season 6. Some shows have mimicked the ritualistic scenarios. That's very true. Lucifer, the legendary Crazy Coffeeman, one of his favorite shows. Tell me, what do you desire? That reminds me, I need to watch Lucifer again. Good show. Deb is easily top 10. Well, it might be on your list, but like I've said before, if we all had the same opinion, the world would be a very boring and just a boring place in general. Let's see if my camera... I think I'm centered. That's a little bit better. A friend of mine watches Corey and all the people who just push you to buy stuff. I don't understand the idea. He will look for every movie he has and says that this is an alternate ending of or such. You know, maybe this is a weird take. You know, all these movies have special features. I don't ever really watch special features on movies. I just watch the theatrical version usually, and that's it. I don't watch deleted scenes. I don't watch like director commentary. So I don't know if I'm weird like that. I mean, I own a shitload of video movies, as you can see off to the side there, and I don't watch all the deleted scenes and all that, which might be a weird thing to say, but it's the truth. I don't need all these different versions of movies, except when it's a Scream movie. Then I might buy all versions. Deb and Harrison and New Blood were the berate Dexter duo. Yeah, fucking hated them. Did you see the Halloween video game announcement trailer? I heard that they were making a Hollywood Halloween video game, but I have no interest in seeing a trailer of the game on YouTube. Okay. For those of you that want to see it, check it out on YouTube because I don't care about it. I do play video games occasionally, but they're usually NBA 2K games. That was cool. I just hated seeing her get with a bunch of guys so unneeded. Yeah, that's true. And her taste in men, old men, they're just random guys. You know, Rudy Cooper, a.k.a. Brian Moser, a.k.a. the Ice Truck Killer, Anton, Frank Lundy, Quinn. Who else did Deb get in a relationship with? Dexter, she wanted to get in a relationship with. She called Dexter her chair or her table. Weird shit in season 6. I didn't like how Deb was just dating everybody. Yeah, she was. She got around. Al is definitely going to know by then. Yeah, I think he already knows. That's why he threw his phone out the window. Hopefully it's good, but the developers have let me down with the Friday the 13th in the past. Yeah, I heard that's a bad game. I never played it, of course. What time is it? Wow. You guys are just chatting away. Holy shit. I'm never going to caught up on the chat. Have you seen Modern Family? Alice Cameron Tucker. I've never seen Modern Family. Well, I guess I've never actually purposely watched it, but it was on in the background just after, I think, wrestling, when I used to watch wrestling on a regular basis. And I knew that he was on the show. I will say that. The Harrison thing was a complete joke of that comes true, LOL. Harrison was a joke in New Blood and in season 8 of Dexter. Fucking brat fucking playing on the treadmill. And Hannah's dumb for not putting a wig on to disguise herself. It's the one part about Hannah I didn't like. I heard that they might have a story mode for a Halloween video game, Brad, and I hope it comes out for PS5. I hope it does for you too. I won't be getting it. Don't trust big businesses, competition, rights deals, etc. It's all them working together, and we all suffer. That's very true. Anton got skinned and said, "No more, Deb." That's not true. He got skinned in season 3 and was back in season 4. And then Lundy came back and Anton was gone at that point. Like, I wish he would have got killed off by Trinity or something. Well, I guess he doesn't fit Trinity's code. Or he could get bludgeoned, I guess. Chris, that'd be nice. Something more than just versus bots would be awesome. Yeah. I mean, if Lawrence Gordon I'm wondering if Lawrence Gordon returns after Saw 7. I think he might. It's possible. Especially if Hoffman's still alive. We have yet to find out. I love the Gordon reveal in Saw 7. I did too. I just like, there's a lot of other things about Saw 7 that I didn't like. I like the whole like Chester Bennington scene. I think that was really good. That like the Nazi guys in that was cool. The pink blood though was really annoying. There's parts in Saw 7 that I just cringe about, but I still like it. I enjoy it way more than Saw 5. That's for sure. I hate Saw 5. They told me that Stain would come out. I'm not sure what he's referring to at the moment. I might be drawing a blank there. Hear me out. Elliot is the New York Ripper. He's not over Rita's death, just like me. You know, he matches up with the age at least. That's for sure. Brad, that part always made me laugh. Hannah was just too hot to kill for Dexter. Yep. I'm glad that he didn't kill her. That was awesome. And like, she was like, whatever, do what you got to do. And then I just watched that episode again, as a matter of fact. I've been a writer for 20 plus years. Okay. Awesome. Most Def was the best part of season 6. I will agree. Well, Jamie Batista was good too, but yes, Most Def, Brother Sam was awesome. Did you like Isaac Serco? I loved Isaac Serco. He's awesome. I wish we would have got more of him on the show. It would be nice to have some sort of hallucination with him. Obviously, it can't be Ray Stevenson because he died in real life, but it would be cool to have some sort of like Isaac Serco callback or something like that in Resurrection. Ray Speltzer was wild. Absolutely. Season 7 villain. Yep. Angel grieving Maria in season 8. Who? Yeah, not much. Angel grieving Maria in Resurrection, season 1. Justice for my ex-wife that I was barely married to. Bear with me here. Change up my padding on my chair. All right, better. I start falling off my chair if I have too much padding on there, so I took my padding off. Deb is easily top 10 original most beautiful Dexter woman, maybe, LOL. Well, Hannah would be way ahead of her. I'm trying to think of all the Dexter characters and women. Rita is probably more beautiful than Deb. Angela Bishop, probably more beautiful than Deb. Jamie Batista, more beautiful than Deb. Lila, I liked Lila a lot, actually. So Deb would probably make the list simply because she's a woman, but she would probably be the last person on the list. I think LaGuerta, I think, is hotter than Deb. I mean, if you include Evelyn Vogel, then she's going to be last because she's old. But out of the attractive women on Dexter, I think Deb is probably, she makes the list, but she's at the bottom of the list. But I'm not thinking about it a lot. Well, actually, I started writing down women on Dexter right here somewhere. So I think maybe I didn't with her. Yeah, I only started. I didn't finish it though. Lumen Pierce, I think she's probably hotter than Deb, but I don't know. I don't want to hate on Deb too much more. I started liking her more. Let's just say that, but I don't know. The guy from No Country Old Men just walked off from an accident. He's out there. Very true. How long would you be entertained by your digital collection if you had no internet? I don't have a digital collection. Like all these downloads that I get for movies, I give them to other people. I want a physical copy of every movie. Physical media collector, but doesn't watch the special features. Blasphemy! Your physical media card has been revoked, and all of your media needs to be sent to me ASAP. I got a lot, T. Parker Evans. I got lots of shelves over there. Too much. I still got enough space for them all, though, at least. Thankfully. I should make that my backdrop or my background on my movies. Wouldn't be too much to do. I have watched special features before. I don't watch many anymore. It's been a while since I've watched special features of a movie. I don't know. I just don't for some reason. Probably an unpopular opinion, obviously. I'll check out your sports video game plays. I'm guessing you're talking to somebody else because that's not me. What happened to Dexter's babysitter? I forgot her name. Jamie Batista. They did mention her in the season of Resurrection. Batista, when he was talking to Harrison, said that she's a principal of a school now. So she's out there still. And I think her and Harrison should reunite because he loved her. Jamie Batista. Yep. You should cover wrestling regardless if you're not interested anymore. I would love seeing your retro reviews, opinions. I mean, I have wrestling opinions. There's an idea that I want to do like a top wrestling returns debuts live stream with Ken Sledge of Sledgehammer Horror and Rob of That Horror Couple. That'd be a lot of, because I don't want to do like a top 10 because there's too many returns that I like, but like, top 25 favorite wrestling returns. That's something I want to do. I still watch it occasionally. Like I've never stopped watching it, but I only watch it like casually here. And I don't want to pay $30 for I don't like ESPN. I mean, I've been paying for it for UFC stuff, but I'm not paying $30 to keep ESPN. That's for sure. So My wrestling watching will be strictly Royal Rumbles, WrestleManias, and Netflix probably, even though I don't watch it weekly on Netflix. I think I think I have a video on my channel of my top 50 favorite wrestlers. I want to say there's a video that I did on the channel. I could be wrong on that, but I believe I do have one. Let me check on that real quick. Which obviously is completely different now, but I did do one before. I'm checking this right now. Bear with me. I'm not looking at the chat. Wow, I did it 6 years ago. Holy crap. That's a old. I wouldn't even suggest watching it if it was 6 years ago. So, yeah, I did do one. If you type JDev TV, my top 50 favorite wrestlers, it comes up. But, yeah, it's completely changed now. Obviously, my opinion has changed, and a lot of my favorite wrestlers are now dead, unfortunately. I mean, a lot of them were dead at that point, but, like, my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time, a lot of them are unfortunately dead. Psycho Sid's death really hurt. Yes, I was a fan of Psycho Sid. One of my favorites. Scott Hall as well. I honestly don't like Harrison. I didn't like him until this season of Resurrection. I hate Harrison's women writing. Yeah, he's getting all the women now. Give us the women from original Dexter that are alive. Vince's daughter. That would be, is it Nina or Nikki? What was Masuka's daughter? Wow, I forgot her name. It's something like that. Can't type all of a sudden. It's probably in the chat, but I just have to look myself. Yeah, Nikki. She's probably out there somewhere. Maybe she's the New York Ripper. I bet that's it. Somebody make a video with that thumbnail. Would you watch a Detective Batista spinoff? I mean, I would. I wouldn't probably be passionate about it, like reviewing it. Wait, Isaac's actor died? Yeah, Ray Stevenson died a couple of years ago. Had a heart attack or something like that. I think it's a couple of years ago. Ray Stevenson passed away. Yep. What do you think of that scene with Detective Quinn on Dexter Resurrection Season 1? Which one? The one with him at Miami or the one with him at the bar with Angel and Masuka? I mean, I'm wondering what the end of that call was, like how they disconnected, if Quinn is going to show back up in the season. He's not listed for any more episodes. That doesn't necessarily mean he won't be. I've already talked about this in my review, but we'll see. We probably won't. I don't think we'll get more Quinn until season 2, but who knows? I would love to be proved wrong. 10 times watching Dexter is great. Well, 10 times at least with the first 8 seasons. I've watched New Blood 5 times and Originals. I've only watched Original Sin once. That's not going to be rewatchable to me. Like, I'm not going to like it if I rewatch it. That's really sad that Ray Stevenson died, I'm guessing, or that I watched Dexter 10 times. I'm guessing it's the Ray Stevenson thing. Yeah, it sucks. Hopefully there's somebody that looks like him that could bring Isaac Circle was just such a great, underrated. He's not really, he was a villain initially, but then like they were kind of like on the same team. You know, that part where he's at the bar, like, you know, under different circumstances, me and you could get along. Top 5 most beautiful women on Dexter. Rita, Jamie, Mia, Hannah, Deb. Mia LaPierre, more beautiful than Hannah McKay? I don't know about that. If I think about the top 10 most beautiful women on Dexter, even though she was only in one episode, Zoe Kruger, the cop chick from Dexter season 4, episode 4, Dex Takes a Holiday, I thought she was really hot. I mean, she's older, but I thought she was pretty hot. One of my favorite episodes of Dexter by far. Yeah, you're right with List. I don't think Rita's the hottest chick on Dexter. T. Parker, I'm sorry. If we all agreed on things, the world would be a really boring place. But Rita is not the most beautiful woman on Dexter. I meant physical media, not digital. I hate how Best Buy, Merger, Walmart, and Target are probably next to erase digital media. I mean, yeah, I don't know if Walmart will ever get rid of it, but certainly Target is pretty much done with it. They occasionally will stock it now. Who's Mia? That's Kristen Ritter's character from Resurrection that only lasted a few episodes. The one that hung herself in prison. Lady Vengeance, yep. Nikki Madison. Is that her last name? Zoe was not hot. I thought she was. Zoe Kruger from season 4, episode 4. I thought she's. Let me type her up in here and let me get a better look at her. Maybe I'm just not remembering her that well anymore. I thought she. Well, I mean, I thought she was hot, but not as hot as Hannah, though. That's for sure. Aren't they saying that Lady Vengeance faked her death, Brad? I don't think she faked her death. I don't see that at all. It wouldn't make sense if she wasn't dead because that would make Prater and Charlie look stupid. They wanted her to die to shut her up. They don't trust people. Who's Zoe? I think he meant Zoe from Dexter season 4, episode 4. She's the cop chick that killed her family. Doubtful. I think she's gone. Yeah, I think she's gone as well. Canceled. What? Wait, the cop chick that accuses Dexter of rape. I don't think she knows. She as far as like, I thought she was hot for an older chick on the show, and like that episode is really intense in my opinion. And it's the episode that we lose Frank Lundy and Deb gets shot by, we find out later, Christine Hill. Actually, if you want to talk about hot chicks on Dexter, Christine Hill is hotter than Rita. I liked Christine Hill a lot. Canceled again for disrespecting Rita. It's going to continue. You're going to run out of cancels. I'm of the opinion that Lady Vengeance's death was staged. I mean, I respect the opinion, but I don't think it was staged because they wanted to take her out because they are afraid she'll talk. Even to just get her, it's just easier to kill her off. I mean, yeah, I guess they could get her out, but I think we would have saw her already if she was still alive. We saw her body. She's dead. Well, no, because the guy that Charlie paid off is the one that checked her pulse. So it's possible that she was still alive. She's dead, though. Stay hydrated, brother. That's what I try to do. It's like I keep, like, my throat starts to bother me and then my lips get really dry when I continuously talk. So I start fumbling my words and unable to say words. That's the reason why. Nikki is Vince's daughter. Her real name is Madison something. Okay. They made the prison guard associated with Leon for a reason. Yeah. Don't forget about recommended Rebecca Mitchell. She was hot for Dexter. Yeah, the younger daughter of Arthur Mitchell. She was good. What is with you and Grape? No one's graping anyone. Wow, I caught up on the chat. Yay. Appreciate all the chats. So who do you think killed Lady Vengeance? Probably the guard guy. Somebody said he was the warden. I don't know if he's the warden or maybe Charlie. T. Parker Evans has the quotes. Absolutely. He's a goat. Great line, T. Parker. Of course. All right, I'm going to take a moment here to just kind of relax. Yeah, I would have to put Christine Hill ahead of... She's probably closer to the top 5 than bottom 5 of hottest chicks on Dexter. And we got to see her naked, which is... We actually saw stuff where Hannah... We saw her nude, but just not nude enough. Although Yvonne Strahovski does have nude scenes out there, but she wasn't completely nude in Dexter. Well, she was nude, but we just didn't see it good enough. Nobody is talking about Harrison the Watch and his kill. I mean, they think that Lady Vengeance did it now, even though her prints aren't on the watch. This guy. I'm just looking at StreamYard for a second here. So right now I'm actually out of my refreshment, so I'm going to take a quick break. It's not going to be a long break. I'm going to be gone for like, I'd say 3 minutes tops, but it's probably going to be like 2 minutes. So just take a break to get more refreshments and to stretch. So just need a break to refresh. So bear with me a second here while I get some more drinks. That's not going to work. So I guess my break time is going to be this. All right, everyone, I'm back. Sorry for stepping away for a minute. Just wanted to do a little stretching here. Sitting in my chair too long starts making my back and my butt hurt for some reason now. I think I need a new chair. Time to spam the chat. Yep. Don't let the guy breathe. Zoe Krieger was the female cop who always had to bring up rape. I don't remember if maybe she did at one point. I can't remember. Christine Hill goes in. Christine Hill is amazing. All good, brother. Not enough naked Hannah McKay. Definitely not. We need Hannah McKay naked still. What's your age range? I'm old. There's gray in my beard. Well, I dye my beard, so you can't see it sometimes. You watch different videos, my beard changes color all the time. I wouldn't necessarily dye it if it like all became gray at once, but like it's in different spots and it's really annoying. So, but I am now closer to 50 than I am 40. So there's my age range. Angel looks foolish in the eyes of Claudette and Oliva. How will he chase after Dexter now? That's a good question because he can't track him right now. So maybe he's just going to follow him all over the place without Dexter knowing, at least initially. Let's name Beat Dexter and Saw characters. Or did you mean best Dexter and Saw characters? I bet that's what you meant. Angel should have been jailed for illegal conceal carry, possibly. Recommended TV shows, movies. Well, if you want TV show recommendations, a show that's not as well known, and the great Cody Leach would also attest to this, but Banshee, which is on HBO Max, it's a show that's 4 seasons long. It ended when it intended to end. It didn't get canceled or anything like that. It has Anthony Starr from Homelander on it, or Anthony Starr from The Boys that plays Homelander. The premise of the show is you have a jewel thief that was in prison for a long time, and he gets released. So he's going to go back to a town called Banshee, Pennsylvania, to hook up with his ex. And he goes to a bar, and the soon-to-be sheriff, who nobody knows because he's from out of town, is there, and he doesn't have a big social media presence as well. That guy ends up getting killed at this bar, and Anthony Starr's character takes over his identity. And then he has a hacker friend that can give him like a license and info that shows his picture and that as this character, Lucas Hood. So that's the premise of Banshee. I think it's a really solid show. It took me 10 episodes to get absolutely hooked into it, though. Like, I didn't love it until 10 episodes in, which is the season 1 finale. So Banshee, I would recommend. Let's see what happens to the landlord and the chick with the kid. I initially thought the landlord, which is Vinny, was going to be the New York Ripper because he would fit the age, but I don't think that anymore. I'd be shocked if Vinny was the New York Ripper. I am a little worried about Elsa, but who knows? Claudette is awful to me. You know, I initially didn't think that. Like, I didn't mind her as much at first, but now she is getting annoying to me. So, yeah, I don't like Claudette anymore. People are speculating Claudette's partner is working with Leon. I could see that happening, but then it's too many people that are involved with law enforcement that are, bad in the show, which I guess they can do whatever they want, but he just doesn't seem like he's legit. That's Melvin Oliva. J Dev is a big anime fan. You know what happens to people that talk about cartoons in my chat? Sorry, Brad. I love you, but I had to cancel you there. Christine Hill, Courtney Ford almost quit acting before she was casted on Dexter, I heard. Okay, interesting. What anime do you guys like? Let's not talk about cartoons. Do you ever watch horror stuff like Paranormal Activity, etc.? Yeah, I mean, I've seen, I don't remember a lot about them, but I have seen the first 4 Paranormal Activity movies. I mean, I'm a horror fanatic, although I don't cover it as much on the channel, but I'm a Scream guy. I'm a slasher horror. Like, there's a killer out and I have to guess who the killer is. That's the kind of horror that I like. That was just delicious. Imagine Saw and Dexter crossover, and I was going to mix Mr. Robot based on what you've seen. I don't love Mr. Robot. It's okay. I might grow to love it, but at the moment I'm more confused watching it with certain things that happen on the show. I mean, the shows that I really like. I mean, I did a video. If you go back to August 2nd of this year, I did my top 50 favorite TV shows of all time, and my top 5 in alphabetical order to save it for when you watch it. If you do, Breaking Bad, Dexter. Forgetting what my favorite shows of all time are: Breaking Bad, Dexter, Game of Thrones, Lost, and The Walking Dead are my top 5 favorite shows of all time. Shameless is next. Yeah, more anime crap. Don't care about anime. Stop talking about anime in the chat. No cartoon talk or anime talk in my chat. I like a bunch, mostly. You like Shohan, like Frank Lundy? I don't think that's the Shohan pronunciation, but Vinny saw a Jesus moment. He'll be a good boy now. I think so. Ever seen The Wire, Sopranos, Game of Thrones? Big Game of Thrones fan. I own The Wire. Have yet to watch any of it other than when my roommate was watching it, but I just thought it was kind of boring. But I didn't watch any episodes so I can't truthfully say that. I have seen the first season of Sopranos. I own it. I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes of season 2 and then just stopped watching it. And that's been like that for 5-6 years, no longer than that. God, it's probably getting closer to 10 years now since I went back, visited Sopranos. So I don't know if I'll ever go back to it. I mean, I liked it. I didn't hate it or anything like that. I just kind of stopped watching it. So I guess it wasn't interesting enough for me. Question mark. The kid who thought Dexter was Jesus and saved him is the New York Ripper. It might be. It's very possible. Covering all this feels like we're expecting things and we could get disappointed. That's what they've been doing with Dexter. Like, I try not to theorize too much about Dexter because it seems like the most simple thing is what happens. So I think that's why Leon Prater is going to end up being the New York Ripper. It's not going to be like this big reveal or anything like that. That's why they haven't revealed it yet, because it's going to end up being Leon Prater. Could be wrong, though. Who knows? Oh, yeah, the water. Stay hydrated. Yeah, I'm good. Love American Style Kid in Trunk sees Dexter. That's in season 1, episode 4, I think. Maybe some episode 5. Oh, God, more cartoon talk. I'll start removing people from the chat with cartoon talk. I'd love a Dexter and Trap crossover. Now that would be so bad. Or a Dexter and You. I haven't finished watching You yet, so the people that say that Joe Goldberg could equal Dexter, not a chance in hell. Dexter would fuck up Joe Goldberg. I never knew anyone before they were on Resurrection. I barely knew anyone before they were on Resurrection. I knew of Neil Patrick Harris. I knew of Eric Stone Street. I knew of Christian Ritter, obviously, from Breaking Bad, and Jessica Jones. Elsa I didn't know. I'm trying to remember the other people that are on the show. Blessing apparently is in another show, but I'd never heard of him before. He's apparently the bad guy in another show, actually. So Blessing can play a bad guy. I think it's called Smoke. Matt and Jess TV cover it. That's one of my favorite channels to watch Dexter review stuff. It's not reaction, it's reviews. They do a really good review, and I think he's in a show called Smoke, if I remember correctly. How's Wisconsin like? Bad winter and cold? Well, I'm a fan of cold weather. Like, I personally prefer it 20 or below up. I don't like heat. I don't like being hot. I don't like sweating, even though I sweat anyway. I like to be as cold as possible because it does help me sleep better. But that's just me. I should live on Antarctica or go to Alaska or something like that because I'm weird with my loving of cold weather. It's not cold enough in Wisconsin, I'll say that. Mr. Robot gets better. I mean, I already kind of know spoilers of the show, unfortunately, because I read purposely into it. Sopranos is awesome, dog. You got to watch it. Maybe I'll cover it on the channel after I finish. Well, as it stands right now, I've got Dexter stuff. I'll be covering The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon season 3, although I'm not super thrilled about the Daryl Dixon show anymore. And then, of course, my Mr. Robot, Supernatural, and The 100 stuff. And I plan on adding The Shield to that sometime in October. And then maybe after I'm done with one of those shows, I'll start covering The Sopranos as well as Banshee. And maybe, I don't know what else, but I do want to cover a lot of shows on the channel. Shows that people would want to watch. Ooh. You got to watch Barry. It's similar to Dexter, but more comedic. I did try to watch the first episode of Barry. I kept falling asleep during it. That's only one episode, though, so I can't judge a show based off of one episode, but I think I need to watch stuff in this chair in my room because I don't get as comfortable. When I go out in the living room and I put something on, it usually doze off. And Barry, I think I fell asleep 4 times. Like, that's just dozing off for like 2 minutes. But it was like 4 times. And it was getting annoying to keep going back to the same scene and then dozing off again. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to Barry or not. We'll see. I know that Vinny Lima wants me to watch. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, for a new show, he wants me to watch Peacemaker and give my thoughts on season 2, which I haven't watched season 1 yet. That could be something I'll do. We'll see. Doubtful, though. Well, maybe. I don't know. Sopranos and The Wire are hard to keep up with. I would probably like Sopranos more. I know what happens in Sopranos. Obviously, I've heard about the ending of Sopranos, and I've watched the entire first season of it. I don't really have interest to go back to it, but we'll see. Why no cartoon talk? I'm just not a guy. I don't like anything animated. The most I like animated, the last thing I watched that was a cartoonish movie, South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut, and the most recent Beavis and Butthead movie. That's it. Brad will be happy. I did see that Up was on streaming. I almost watched Up, but I didn't put it on. But that would have made Brad super happy. Cooper from Trap is the New York Ripper. Actually, I think it's possible that Cooper Morris, the guy that killed Leon Prater's parents in the car crash or whatever it was, it's possible he might be revealed it's a New York Ripper. It's possible. I really do think that, actually. Dexter and Jigsaw crossover? Absolutely. Jigsaw. Oh, he spelled it wrong the first time. I didn't see that. This guy agreeing on everything about the New York Ripper cracks me up. That's what I'm seeing on YouTube, man. It's crazy how much people are talking about the New York Ripper. I'm sure this is already in the chat. There's a movie that came out last year with Josh Hartnett called Trap, directed by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, I want to say. It's about a guy that goes to this concert, and he's there. The feds are there because they know a serial killer is going to be there. That's kind of the premise behind Trap. It's a movie that you either love or hate. Typically, I liked it. I know people that hated Trap though. As long as Joe ends up on Dexter's table, I'd be fine with a you and Dexter crossover. That'd be kind of cool. Walking Dead is so dry now. It's so sad to see. I mean, yeah, I think because it's all the spinoff shows, which the spinoff shows have main characters, but I want to see the group together again. That's what I want to see, and I think we'll get that eventually. I think that's where these spinoff shows are going to, but that's why The Walking Dead was my favorite show of all time, but now I have to check out because I'm just not liking the show anymore. Like, I'm not loving the episodes. Like, I'm watching them and going, oh, I could have wrote this better than they could. Recommended you, not really seeing the point. I know what's going to happen with the guy and the Gen Z young girl stereotype. Dizzy, promiscuous, fake, leaves window open, shows herself off, dying. Yeah. You is, I liked you for the first 3 seasons, which I know some people hate season 3. I liked season 3. I was a big fan of that couple played by the guy from Friday the 13th, 2009. And I don't remember the chick's name. I liked that season. I know people hate it. I liked it. But season 4 was so terrible. And then starting to watch season 5, I wasn't really into it. Although maybe I should have watched it right here where I am now and been less comfortable watching. I might not have dozed off as much. So maybe I'll go back to you. I do intend to finish you, at least the last season, but haven't yet. Tom Ellis, Lucifer, should come to be the devil granting favors and collecting souls' hearts. Yes, Tom Ellis needs to be in Dexter as a villain. A villain that's very charismatic. I prefer Fear the Walking Dead. I won't go that far. Fear the Walking Dead has a lot of issues with it as well. I have seen every episode of Fear the Walking Dead, and I actually own all the seasons of Fear the Walking Dead as well as The Walking Dead. Most people won't admit that. Love Peacemaker season 1, but wasn't a fan of the season 2 premiere, so we'll see. The shows I rewatch the most are Dexter and The Sopranos. Love me some Dexter. Have yet to watch The Sopranos. The 2 shows that I've rewatched the most are Dexter and Breaking Bad. I've watched Dexter now, some of Dexter 10 times. Not every season 10 times, but some of Dexter 10 times. From 2014, might I add. I didn't watch it when it aired. And then Breaking Bad, I watched like every other year at least. Which I did watch some of that show live. Not a lot of it, but I watched some of it live. Chuck with Yvonne Strahovski. I watched some of the first episode of Chuck, and I wasn't liking the direction it was going. That's one episode. You can't really base a show off of that, but it didn't make me want to rewind. Didn't make me want to finish it or watch any more of it. I heavily approve of Up. I'm sure the chat supports it. Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I just don't like cartoons, but I thought about putting it on. Have you seen Gotham? I watched the first 3 or 4 seasons of Gotham. It's good. It just got repetitive a little bit, and I just kind of checked out of it. But, I mean, it was good. A show that I really like that not a lot of people talk about, by the way, is a show called From. The only reason why people don't talk about From is because it's on MGM+. It's a show by a lot of people behind Lost, where you have the main character of the show is played by – one of the main characters is played by Harold Perrineau, who was Michael on Lost. And it centers around people are in this small town. And when you arrive at this small town, no matter what direction you go, you end up back in this small town. And then in addition to that, at night, monsters that look like people kill people. So that's the premise of From. It's like a horror mystery type show. And I really love From. So it's in my top 15 favorite shows of all time. Do you like the Penguin show? Yes, I liked Penguin. That's in my top 20, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. Let me pull it up here. I got my favorite TV shows of all time document somewhere around here. Okay, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I don't know if I can put this document in the chat, but I'll put it in the chat if it goes in. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it's not working. I'd have to copy and paste it in the chat, and it'll take up a bunch of space. But yeah, it's not. There's a lot of paragraphs of notes too, so I'm not going to put that all in the chat. But I do have my top 50. But there's a video I did. It's on August 2nd if you want show recommendations. But From it's pretty good. I would suggest checking out From. You can get a free trial to MGM Plus, either through Amazon, through the MGM Plus app itself, through YouTube, and you can. I think you can actually watch the first season on Amazon right now without paying anything. But I think From is really good. It could end bad, but I like it. I didn't really like when Rick fell off the horse on the episode in season 9 of The Walking Dead and tried to lead the walkers away. That was episode 5. What was the title of the episode? It was it was Rick's last episode on The Walking Dead. Well, one of his last episodes. Yeah, he was injured. Should have probably died in that episode, but he didn't. And then the bridge scene. I mean, I kept watching The Walking Dead. I thought the finale of the main Walking Dead show, I thought was a really good finale. So, J-Dev, maybe if you weren't so strapped into Saxon's chair and your eyes taped open, you'd rewatch season 6. I don't know about that. Fear and regular Walking Dead both seem like they kill off main characters every season. Yeah, that's what keeps people watching. It's like, oh, a character died. I have to keep watching. Who's going to be next? Fear the Walking Dead went crazy killing off characters for a while there. I mean, luckily they had a Dexter resurrection moment and brought a character back. So I just like seeing Yvonne Strahovski. Yeah, me too. I watched Yvonne Strahovski in Teacup on Peacock. It wasn't the best show. It certainly had potential, but then they canceled it. So, but I watched a little Teacup. I love Shiny Vale with Courtney Cox, but unfortunately it got canceled by Starz, but it's on HBO Max now. So hopefully it could get a season 3 renewal. T. Parker, you need to watch Prisoners. That's on Max right now. That's what you need to watch. That's what I think you should watch. I think you'd really like it too. I'm surprised you haven't watched it yet. Pirate shows, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what most people do. I try to buy everything. Another show that's on Starz, by the way, for all you Dexter fans, it's a more sloppy version of Dexter, and the legendary Crazy Coffee Man will agree with this. But Sweet Pea with Ella Purnell, it's about a female Dexter, although she's not as organized and doesn't have a coach. She just kills because she's mad at people. I think that has some enjoyment to it. It's definitely one of my top 50 favorite shows of all time. So Sweet Pea on Starz. We all want to see more of Yvonne Strahovski. Absolutely. Looking forward to The Conjuring, The Last Rites. I'm currently rewatching the franchise, but this time in chronological order. Rewatched The Nun and Annabelle Creation so far. Okay. Have you seen The OC, Law and Order, SVU, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Big Bang Theory? Only show I've seen out of all those is Big Bang Theory. I did reviews of every episode of Big Bang Theory on this channel, which just ended this year. I kind of miss it too because it's a channel review series that did really well. In some videos, got like thousands of views. Others got like hundreds, but I miss covering that show. But I haven't seen OC, Law and Order, SVU, or Always Sunny in Philadelphia, unfortunately. Have you seen much of All Elite Wrestling TNA of the past? No, when All Elite AEW first premiered on was it TNT? I watched the first few episodes of it, and then like obviously I watched the CM Punk debut in AEW, and then just shortly after then fell off it and stopped watching it. Wrestling has become something that I really don't care about that much anymore. Wrestling was my passion before I liked Dexter and all that. Like back in when my mom's ex-boyfriend introduced me to wrestling in 1983 or 84, somewhere around there. I was young. I was 3 or 4 years old, depending on the time frame. I fell in love with wrestling and loved wrestling for a long time. And then I don't know when I gradually got out of it. I know during the start of the pandemic for Monday Night Raw, when I stopped watching Raw on a regular basis because it would put me to sleep every week or doze off at least. Sweet Pea is great. I would agree. Hey, I caught up on the chat. Oh, that was good. What I'll do right now, if I think I've covered everything that I wanted to specifically talk about. Is there anybody that wants to join me in the stream? I'll put the link to the stream in the chat. If anybody wants to join me, just click on that link and then let me know that you're waiting backstage. If somebody else wants to run ideas by me or talk about a TV show, I'm okay with that. Obviously, if you start doing something that's inappropriate, I'm going to boot you out of the stream in terms of boot you off the live feed. But most of the people in here I know pretty well, like the legendary Crazy Coffee Man, T. Parker Evans, Brad Hawk Talk, and all of you. The other people, I think I remember you, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know how many people are new here today. I never saw Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea's pretty good. I mean, it's not Dexter, but I think it's a good show. I will say that. It's a good show, and it has been renewed for season 2. The Food. No, it's not Food. It's a show with Ella Purnell called Sweet Pea on Stars, and she's basically a female version of Dexter, but a lot more sloppier. It does take place in like England. That's my only gripe, and usually I don't like shows like that, but I like this one. So yeah, I think it's good. Good show. I own the first season. It's a bootleg version, but I own it. Well, I'm running out of things to talk about here. Let me make sure I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. Okay, there's one thing I did not cover. Luckily, I thought about it. What exactly do we think? And I think I guess we kind of already covered this earlier. Does Leon Prater know anything about Dexter Morgan, or he just knows Red has a son named Harrison? What does the chat think? I do think it's possible that he does figure out that Red is Dexter Morgan in this episode, though. Anybody have any suggestions? Did everybody fall asleep? I've had a pretty consistent number of people in this chat, and it ranging from like 8 to 11, so that's always a good thing. But I do ultimately think that Leon Prater probably will end up being the New York Ripper, because it's the most basic idea. I guess Blessing could be, but I don't know if it's Blessing. I think Blessing, like people have said, is the red herring for the season. Like everybody thinks it's him, but it's not. Oh, here we go. Why doesn't Dexter use a fake identity? He did in Dexter fucking New Blood. Jim Lindsay didn't like it. Since you are a Lost fan with Paramount Plus, Evil was awesome. Michael Emerson plays Dr. Leland Townsend, a demon of sorts. He was Ben in Lost. Okay. Good to know. Let me make a note of that. Evil. I think I might have saw something regarding that, but never watched an episode of it. I'm not just a Lost fan. I'm a Lost fanatic. I love Lost. There's a lot of people that have evil things to say about Lost. I freaking love Lost. I'm kind of upset that I don't have any more episodes to watch. Although I'm thinking about doing a live watch along to the finale of Lost on Labor Day. So if anybody's interested, which might involve me crying, possibly, maybe, that would be something I might want to do, just to do another live stream. But we wouldn't be talking about Dexter at that point in time. Well, we might, but the main focus would be talking about Lost. But something I've thought about. I'm staying awake. Okay, good. I'm getting a little tired here. Don't worry, we're here. Okay. I think I might have had a delay or something, because I wasn't seeing any chats, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of chats. There's a rumor that Bryan Cranston is going to be in Resurrection Season 2. He's probably the New York Ripper. That would probably make more sense, actually. Leon still thinks Red is Red, but will not find out Dexter is Red this season. Okay. I wonder if Leon Prater survives this season. He might. We don't know he knows Harrison's name yet. If he does, I'm sure he knows Dexter's as well. Well, so they had the season, the episode 9 trailer, and I watched that, and he did mention Harrison in the trailer. So there's that. Harrison is getting with Blessing's daughter. I don't think so. Blessing's daughter is engaged to Sam, who people think is the New York Ripper as well. Harrison's getting with Elsa and frickin' Gigi. And T. Parker Evans thinks that Gigi might be Charlie's daughter, which I could see, certainly. Hey, Troy. Good to see Troy, the Cream McClure in the chat. Holla, Brad. I feel bad in my, not this week's Dexter Resurrection review video, but last week's. I name all the people that are part of my Dexter fanatic fan club, and I forgot to mention Troy last week. Like I talk about myself, the legendary Crazy Coffee Man, T. Parker Evans, Vinny Lima, Brad Hawk Talk, and Rusty Reels, but I forgot Troy. But this week I remembered you, Troy, in it. Don't know if you knew it or not, but I mentioned you. It is my part of my Dexter fanatic fan club sort of thing, whatever it is. I hear so much of Lost. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. I mean, it's a show that can be hard to follow at times. I don't think it's as hard to follow as Mr. Robot, though. But I love Lost. It has some of the best moments of television on it. It might go too long, and there's people that complain about the end of Lost. I don't have any complaints about the end of Lost. Some people do, but some people don't understand what exactly happened. Without spoiling anything, obviously, those are my thoughts on that. I still think I'm the New York Ripper, but don't remember filming it like Alien Earth. It's crazy how much that character on Alien Earth looks like T. Parker Evans. Take a look at T. Parker Evans' photo on his YouTube here, and then watch Alien Earth. I don't know what the character's name is, but there's a character on Alien Earth that looks exactly like T. Parker Evans. A clean-shaven version. I don't know what T. Parker Evans' facial hair is looking like right now, but a clean-shaven version of T. Parker Evans. I would love live reactions to TV shows, especially new shows like Dexter Resurrection, especially if you are off work for it, so it's possible. You know, I'd love to do reactions of Dexter Resurrection. The problem is dealing with copyright strikes and copyright claims and that. I don't want to deal with all that shit. My UFC fight reactions that I do, that are me recording my reaction live, they get those all the time. Doing that and getting copyright strikes for Dexter Resurrection would piss me off. So I'm not a reaction channel other than UFC fights at the moment. I did do a trailer reaction to Dexter Resurrection. And you know what? Why don't we do this? For those of you that don't want spoilers, maybe turn the stream off for a moment or do something. Let's watch the Dexter season 9. Wow. The Dexter Resurrection episode 9 trailer. Just fun. It's not very long. It's quick, like 10, 20 seconds or something like that. So we can see all that's going to happen. Try to theorize what's going to happen in that episode. Bear with me here while I cue it up. All right, I'm just getting this queued up for a second here. All right, let's see if I know how to do this now. Okay, share screen. And this should play. Let me know if you can hear it once I start playing it. Okay, so again, I'm about to play the promo for season or episode 9. If you don't want spoilers, anything at all, don't pay attention for like a minute. It's only 30 seconds long, so I'm going to play this right now.
Stay away from my son. Does Harrison know who you really are?
I'm telling you, Dexter Morgan is the Bay Harbor Butcher.
You must cease and desist. If you are still here tomorrow, I will have you arrested.
Angel got the cease and desist.
I try to keep my family life separate from my darker needs. The two just keep on colliding.
Are we going to be okay?
You have to trust me. The dark passenger is mine.
Hopefully the stream doesn't get a copyright strike for that. I mean, it wasn't a lot of footage, and it didn't give me one for my Dexter Resurrection trailer reaction, but it might. So yeah, that's what we got for this coming week's Dexter Resurrection episode. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully it's what is it called? The penultimate episode of the season or this season. That's what the episode before the finales are called. Like Game of Thrones used to have amazing penultimate episodes. So I think the New York Ripper won't be revealed until next season. That's very possible. That's very possible. I mean, the bigger I get on YouTube, the more I have to consider doing reactions to TV shows because that's what gets in people. Nobody really cares about review videos. I mean, honestly, some people do, but the majority of your subscriber base is going to be people wanting to see your reaction to stuff. So if I get big enough where I can maybe quit my full-time job, I would definitely consider that, but we'll see. I'll react to trailers because they're shorter, but as far as episodes and getting copyright strikes, it's just not worth it, but we'll see. That's probably the case, but who knows? He says his name in the trailer, but we don't know if he knew that beforehand or he will find out in the restaurant. I think he'll probably find out in the restaurant. Like, what's your son's name? Harrison or something like that. I heard it, thanks. Al is basically Cameron Tucker character from Modern Family, except he's a gay dad, very effeminate and emotional, loud, and overreacts. Okay. Mr. Robot gets much better. Okay. Well, I'm at season 2, episode 3 is the next episode I'll watch. I did not like the season 2 premiere, the 2-part premiere. I mean, there's a big moment that happened after the second episode, but I didn't like the premiere. Like I gave the first episode, if you want to do separate scores for each, like the first episode of the season, I gave a 6 out of 10, which is a very low score for me. The second episode, I gave it an 8, and then I did an average out like 7 out of 10 or 7.5 out of 10. I can't remember exactly what I say in my review, but I did not like the premiere. Mr. Robot doesn't have a lot happen in season 1. Okay. I thought that was pretty good for the most part, but good to know. I'm seeing put on my headphones and commentate while watching. Yeah, might as well. I shaved a few days ago, so me and Alien Earth Guy are basically twins now. Okay. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I pause it and I'm like, God, even if I pause it, that looks like T. Parker Evans. Is it him? It's you are certainly a man that does a lot of stuff and able to film shows, and you're the New York Ripper and stuff. Oh, Angel Batista is the New York Ripper. You know, it's possible. That looks juicy. Yep. I think Angel is going to double down on trying to prove Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher. Even thought Claudette tells him to get out of town, and that's going to get him in real trouble. He's bullheaded like that. Yeah, and she gave him a cease and desist notice, so we shall see. I think ultimately what's going to happen is Angel's going to get arrested, and he's going to be convicted, or at least, going through court of being the Bay Harbor Butcher, and that might be the rest of this show. Possibly, which is an idea that I had, but bringing back James Stokes. So I retconned his death and brought him back because I don't think James Stokes should have ever died. That was the dumbest thing they did. The Dark Passenger is mine. I wish they didn't tell us how many episodes and seasons. Well, so they didn't exactly tell us. They said they have material for 3 seasons, but if Michael C. Hall wants to keep doing Dexter, they'll keep doing Dexter, and they can always switch things around, but they definitely have stuff planned out for 3 seasons. Like they know what they would do for 3 seasons. I wish they did more episodes, but oh well. I mean, I wouldn't mind a 12-episode season, but then you're going to get those filler episodes. So, I mean, it's 10 is a good number. I like 10. I doubt Angel is the New York Ripper. It's possible. It's very possible because we don't know what Angel did. No. Angel Batista is not the New York Ripper. I'm being funny when I say that stuff. Joey Quinn is the New York Ripper. I saw a video about that today. Or no, it wasn't today, but there's one. Is he the New York Ripper as a thumbnail? It's ridiculous. I doubt Joey Quinn is the New York Ripper also. Chris, we're just pulling, I think, yeah, we're talking about how everybody's saying that this person's the New York Ripper. So everybody, I'm the New York Ripper now. The social worker, Tina from Nightmare on Elm Street, is the Ripper. She's back and out for blood. Is she in Dexter Resurrection? It's been a while since I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street. Not a series that I like, but I haven't watched them since they came out on VHS. Other than Freddy vs. Jason and the first 3 I watched a couple of years ago and just couldn't get into them. But I do need to rewatch all those and do a review series, or not a review series, but a ranking of all the movies. Yeah, just like Tinfoil theories. You need to dox Elle and tell Dexter his address. Yeah. I think Elle's going to come back. I think. I'm not sure. Not yet. That's the twist. Okay. The Tina from Nightmare on Elm Street, the social worker. That's the first one, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, I mean, I rewatched that one a couple of years ago with the intention of rewatching all of them and then stopped after the third one, which, strangely enough, I like the second one the most out of all those, but maybe I wasn't into it as much. But yeah, I like the second one the most, which that's one that it's there's diversity with that one. Either love it or hate it, but I enjoyed it more than the first one and the third one. But maybe my opinion will change. So yeah, I mean, I've covered a lot of stuff on the stream. I mean, I could rehash stuff, but like it's me rambling about stuff that I've already talked about a lot. Let me look at one other thing here and make sure that I covered everything that I wanted to talk about before I potentially wrap this up. I'm saying potentially. Maybe I'll figure something out. I really do wonder what Gigi's role is going to be on the show, because I feel like either her or Elsa is going to die before the season's up. You know, Harrison's getting all in love with Elsa or Gigi now, but I think ultimately he probably wants Elsa. But Gigi just randomly showed up, and with her wrist injury, she could definitely be the New York Ripper. Completely random, but that's what stupid thumbnail said. So, all right, I'm at the point now where I've been talking too much, and I'm starting to have my little side effects of talking too much on stream. So if anybody has a question now, make sure that you ask them before I wrap this up. Whoop. I thought Dexter was dying in New Blood when he got shot. I mean, he was dead. That was the intention. Basically, Michael C. Hall said he would come back if they killed him off. Like, okay, I'll come back for one more season. Let's wrap this up the right way. And then they wrapped it up even worse. And then it was a big hit on Paramount. And then Michael C. Hall one day said, he called Clyde Phillips and he's like, you know, Dexter's in my blood. He's in your blood. Is there a way to undo what we did? I want to come back. And then Clyde Phillips is like, well, let me see. And then that's why we got Dexter Resurrection. The conversation probably started with Dexter Original Sin. And then it probably, you know what? We should do more Dexter. Can we undie me or unkill me? I'm a Freddy guy, like you're a Scream guy. It's my franchise. Yeah, I mean, I have to give the Nightmare on Elm Street another chance, because I haven't watched 4, 5, and 6 since they came out on VHS. And the first 3, like I watched, but you know, maybe I need to watch them in a different setting, not very comfortable. That way I don't doze off for, you know, 5 minutes ish. Elsa is 28 and Harrison is 18. Makes sense for Gigi. Okay. He didn't survive the bloodshot. Well, he did. He wasn't intending. They weren't intending for him to survive. I don't know. To me, that ending for New Blood, like initially I wasn't as mad about it, but like I didn't think Dexter was really dead, because we saw him get killed, but we saw him get shot. He laid there for a while, and then the show just shows Harrison drive off. We hear Dexter reading Hannah, the note he read that wrote to Hannah. But Angel was still on the way. So initially, like, I didn't hate the ending as much. I'm like, he's not dead. They're going to revive him or something like that. And then they announced that is the ending, like a day later or that day or something like that. I'm like, that's your ending? You tease us with this Angel reunion, and then it doesn't really happen? When is the next stream? I might do a Lost finale watch along, which is a double episode. So episodes 17 and 18, and that would be on Labor Day. But I might do one on Friday of this week. Maybe. It'd be Friday night, probably around 10 o'clock or something like that. It's possible that I do it. Michael C. Hall said, I want more money. Bring me back. Kinda. Elsa is better than Gigi. I mean, but Harrison went in for a kiss and she didn't want to kiss. So, I mean, her loss. That ending sucks for New Blood. Yeah, I was so angry. Yeah, it was bad. I was more upset with Hannah's off-screen death in episode 2, though. Storm of Fuck. I was really mad about that. Sherlock got shot by Mary, and he survived. Yeah. All right, yeah. So, I mean, if people want me to maybe go live for a stream talking about episode 9 of Dexter Resurrection on like Friday night. I can probably fit that into my schedule. Not guaranteeing it though. The more people that message me about it though, the more I feel inclined to do it. That's why when Kyle or Rusty Reels had talked to me about streaming, I'm like, well, if you want me to stream, I'll stream. That's why I'm here tonight streaming. And then back a while ago, I can't remember his name now. He commented on my last stream video, but he asked me about doing a Scream stream, and then I did a Scream stream with the legendary T. Parker Evans. I guess T. Parker Evans is now legendary. Everybody's legendary, in my opinion. New thing I've seen is Gigi is Charlie's daughter. It's in New York City. I don't get why so many people want this world to feel so tiny. Yeah, that's what I heard. T. Parker Evans pointed that out to me, that he probably heard it from somebody. I mean, I feel like Gigi's going to be more important to the overall story, so that's why I think she might be Charlie's daughter, or she's the New York Ripper. She can't kill anymore because she hurt her wrist. So maybe. I think there is more to that than what she's saying. Please do a stream next week. I wasn't expecting to stick around for so long. Thanks for the acknowledgement. Yeah, I mean, if you're on Instagram, please add me on Instagram and we can chit chat. JDev or JDEV27 is my screen or my name on there. Let me pull up my Instagram because I always forget what it is. Bear with me a second here. So follow me on Instagram if you want to chit chat, or just comment on a YouTube video. I mean, I check all my comments unless YouTube doesn't tell me that somebody commented on videos, which they do that sometimes, and I have to go through a backdoor way of figuring out that somebody left a comment, but I'm pretty good at that now. But, you know, any Dexter questions, anything that you got, just comment on a video. Comment on my most recent Dexter Resurrection video or something like that. Or this stream. Make sure you Hulk smash the like button after the stream is over with. If they kill Detective Batista off in Dexter Resurrection, make it not cringe, but then bring him back in season 2 as hallucinations. Batista's not dying. Don't see it happening. Wow. Rusty Reels with the super chat. Thanks for doing the live stream. You ask and I deliver. You mentioned it. And I'm like, well, since you mentioned it, I can't. I was thinking about going last night, but then I decided that tonight's the night. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. www. Yeah, and when people add me on Instagram, I think there's a lot of people that go through people's profile and just add all their friends. I'm pretty specific who I want on Instagram. So as long as I know that you're going to add me on Instagram or type your username in the comments section after the stream is over with for this stream or in a Dexter video or something like that, then I know who to look for. And it's just not somebody trying to add somebody as a friend that I don't know. So yeah, it's JDEV27, I believe it is. Let me just double check that. I think I'm right, but my eyes giving me issues now where I can't see properly. So that's one reason why I want to end the stream. Yeah, JDEV27. So J with no hyphen, just JDEV27. And I have a picture with Elizabeth Berkley from Showgirls right now as my profile pic. So I'm leaning over next to Elizabeth Berkley. So assuming you know who Elizabeth Berkley is from Showgirls / Saved by the Bell, that's me on Instagram. Night, y'all. Another amazing stream by the #1 Dexter fan on YouTube. Well, Cody Leach, who's known for his Dexter New Blood finale rant video, says that I'm the Dexter fanatic, which I think there's more people that know more about Dexter than I do, but that's what he deemed me, the Dexter fanatic. I meant Gigi is better than Elsa. I think they're both good. I think Elsa's hotter. I'll find you on Instagram. Great. Let me know in the comments section on this video or in a Dexter video that you're who I know to look for. I mean, obviously, if you have a weird name on there, I'm not going to know who it is, but if I'm expecting it, it'll be better. For Harrison's sake, hopefully that's not her strong hand. Kid always looks on the edge. He could use a good release now and then. Absolutely. You got Instagram? Bet I'll follow you. Yep. JDEV27. And I have a picture with Elizabeth Berkley from Showgirls on my Instagram. Let me see if I can link it right now on the page. well, we'll just do this. Bear with me, guys. Hang on a second here. Guys and gals, I should say. Let me share. There I am on Instagram. JDEV27. So follow me on Instagram. www. Night, y'all. Another racing stream. I already read that. I met Gigi. I'll find you on Instagram for Harrison String. Okay, you got Instagram. I'll bet I'll follow. All right. So, yeah, that about wraps the stream up. I appreciate everybody who was here. Love you all. Again, Hulk smash the like button. Otherwise, I'll have to put you on my table and wrap you up in plastic, which I don't want to do that, but it's very important to Hulk smash the like button so the algorithm pushes the video out. So, hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you got all that you wanted in this stream. If there's something that I didn't cover, you can put it in the comment section and I'll make sure that I cover it for the next stream. Of course, for the next stream that we do, if it's a Dexter related stream, which I always end up talking about Dexter anyway, we'll have another episode to talk about at that point. So, good night, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. Brad Hawk talk later. See ya, Jay. Have a good one. Absolutely, Troy. Appreciate you and all of you that were in here. But make sure you Hulk smash that like button. Otherwise, the table is there, and that's you don't want to be up on a table. And you guys all know you're here. I post daily content. I have for years, so you always can expect me. And if there's a day that goes by and I don't post a video, which I already have videos lined up at least a month in advance, there might be something wrong with me. Hopefully not, but that's probably the case. So, chat to it was fun chat. Take care, everybody. Yep. And make sure if you're new to the channel that you subscribe to the channel. Or as Dokes would say, subscribe, motherfucker. All of you have a good night, and I'll be back again soon with another stream.